catchphrase, "I'm gonna grape you in the mouth," for our new mascot?
Yeah,
I mean...
We're just not sure about that one. Yeah, we might want to workshop it a touch.
Really? Why? That's his thing. He grapes people. He grapes people in the mouth.
We're just not exactly sure that that
He
is...
sneaks into little kids' rooms in the middle of the night, and he grapes them in the mouth.
Okay, see, because I think that the reason that I'm a little hesitant is because, to me, it sounds like he's saying, to me...
Thing. He grapes people. He grapes people.
All right, well, I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with the catchphrase, "I'm gonna grape you in the mouth," for our new mascot.
Yeah,
I mean...
We're just not sure about that one. Yeah, we might want to workshop it a touch.
Really? Why? That's his thing. He grapes people. He grapes people in the mouth.
We're just not exactly sure that that
He
is...
sneaks into little kids' rooms in the middle of the night, and he grapes them in the mouth.
Okay, see, because I think that the reason that I'm a little hesitant is because, to me, it sounds like he's saying, to me, it sounds like he's saying he's going to rape them.
What? Oh. Oh. No. No. What? Oh.
I'm sorry, it's...
Sir, get your mind out of the gutter. He's a grape. How is a grape gonna rape a kid? What are you talking about?
But it sounds like...
It's a grape commercial, sir.
I love it. He, like, grapes the kids.
Okay, I mean, if I'm in the minority here, we can keep going.
Come here, kid! I'm gonna tie you to the radiator and grape you!
Okay,
What? Why'd you stop it?
I'm gonna tie you to the radiator and grape you.
What?
I'm going to rape you! No, that's what it sounds like he's saying.
I love it.
Really?
Are you back on this rape thing again?
Why was he gonna tie them to a radiator?
That's how he grapes people. That's what he does.
No!
He's the grapist.
The grapist? That's his name?
The Grapist. Classic.
This is obviously a rape scenario.
What? Why are you trying to twist a children's soda
What the
commercial
fuck?
into...
Blaster from Super Soaker. Major pumping required. Refills. What do you call the new water and ooze blast and oozinator? Oh, yeah! Gross! Disgusting! And of course, awesome! The new oozinator blaster from Super Soaker. Major pumping required. Refills sold separately.
Your weird, sick, sort of twisted, pervy...
Why were they running? Why was that child screaming mom?
Well, that kid is a horrible actor, and the next time we shoot the commercial, we're gonna use somebody else, because the thing is...
These kids were obviously horrified.
Not that girl. Look, she's totally asking for it.
What?
Look at her. She's begging to get graped.
Will you listen to yourself?
Look what she's wearing.
Look what she's wearing?
It's purple.
Oh. Okay. No!
Grape those kids. I love it.
Look, do you guys want the commercial or not?
Yes, we want the commercial. Of course we want the commercial.
We
It's
want
just-
it. Here's the paperwork.
I just have some serious reservations about this whole thing.
Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Buy some today and get a free grape whistle.
A grape whistle? Really?
Okay, when I finish graping you, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna grape your mother and your father, and then I'm gonna take your whole family down to the basement and grape you all for decades and decades.
See,
and
I think this is
decades
too
and
much.
decades.
I think it's too much.
Shh.
Alright, this is the last Whitest Kid You Know, and then we'll move on to some news.
Mr. Welburn, I had a question about my...
Jenkins, get down.
What?
Get down, for God's sakes. Jenkins, you're a good kid. How long you been with the company?
2 years this May, sir?
I started this company 45 years ago. Built this empire with my own bare hands. And I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth either. I started out in my father's tool shed. I won't lie to you, I had to claw my way to the top. Might have stepped on a few fingers and toes. Heck, may have even slit a few throats along the way. But that's business. I forged this corporation with my own blood and sweat. And it cost me 2 marriages, 1 heart attack, and every weekend of my life to get this company where it is today. And this morning I walk into my office and the sons of bitches over at Bergman Sachs put a sniper on the roof.
Come again, sir?
A sniper. Trained killer specializing in long distances. Quiet, stealthy, but above all else, patient.
Sir, I don't think they would put a sniper on their roof.
Sure they would. It's the right move. They don't want this merger to go through any more than the Kayazukis, but they've got the cojones to actually do something about it. That's why they're number 2. But let me show you why we're number 1. Slide me that case behind the couch.
The audio is the video, I think.
You see, business is all about being able to adapt. You gotta learn how to roll with the punches. I'm gonna need you to pop up and give me a 20 on him.
What?
I know he's on the 75th floor, but I can't figure out if he's the 3rd or 4th window from the left.
Okay.
Now don't worry, he's got a bead on me, so if you're quick, he won't have enough time to readjust. Now, go.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. Holy smokes. He's the 3rd window from the left.
Julie, could you send in one of the interns, please? You see, everything worthwhile takes sacrifice. You'd be good to remember that. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
More coffee, sir? Jesus! Ah! Oh my God!
You see, it takes about 3.5 seconds to reload and trace another target, which gives me an adequate window to fire off a couple rounds. Pure business. And that is a kill. You see, patience and sacrifice yield rewards. Business. It's probably them now.
Is Bergman Sachs on the phone?
I'll bet they want to talk. Calvin, you son of a bitch, nice try with that sniper. Yeah, you took out one of my coffee boys. I'll bet I scooped his head clear off. Now let's get down to brass tacks. This merger's going through whether you like it or not, but how much is it going to cost to keep you from tying things up in the Trade Commission? Flash bomb.
Jesus God!
Jenkins, quiet down. I'm on the phone. 10% is robbery, and you know that. Meredith didn't even get 5% in the prenup. What I'm saying is 5% domestic, 1% international, and that's my final offer. You still there? I'll bet we have a deal. All right. Say hello to the missus for me. Uh-huh. I'll see you on the greens. Business. Plain and simple. Now, what was it that you came in here for?
My brother's getting married in 2 weeks, and I was wondering if I could have that Friday as a vacation day. Would you sign my slip?
No.
All right, we're gonna move on to some news. Get this on. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys caught this a while ago, but that Miami bridge collapse. They hired a shitty engineering firm. Didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Oh god damn it.
Right here, and then as soon as the green, we were right under the light. We were the first car in under the light to make a left until 109, which is this street right here. And then as soon as the green arrow turned green to make a left, we made a left, and 2 minutes after, that's when it collapsed, and it was a huge explosion. It was like an explosion. It was like...
All that because they didn't do their due diligence, and they basically changed completely the way the bridge was being supported. Retards. I don't know if you guys like Black Pilled. We're gonna watch one of his videos here in a minute, but I wanted to show you. This was posted today, and I'm doing it again. Damn it. Yeah, I was reading the chat. It's going to be really, really interesting when the only states that have failing infrastructure are Democrat-run states because all their fucking diversity hires. Fuck yeah, put razor wire on top of it.
Cities all across the country may be making hundreds of investigations. San Diego and cities all across the country may be making hundreds of rape cases look like they're solved without actually arresting those suspected rapists.
10 News investigative reporter Jen.
Wait, so California is just saying, oh yeah, we totally solved that rape. Don't worry about it, guys. That nice young black man didn't do nothing.
Jennifer Kastner is joining us, and Jen, cases get cleared in ways that the public might not know about.
That's right. It can happen a couple of ways. It doesn't always mean that there is an arrest. This is all part of a massive investigation that was done in part by our partners at Newsy and from the Center for Investigative Reporting and ProPublica. They analyzed data from more than 70,000 rape cases and say they found that dozens of police departments are making it appear they have solved a significant share of cases when they simply have closed them. The FBI says there are two ways to clear a rape case. One, by an arrest. Number two, by, quote, exceptional means. For a rape to be cleared by exceptional means, there must be enough evidence to support an arrest, but an arrest can't happen because of some element that's outside of the officer's control. Maybe the suspect is dead or in jail or the victim drops off the case. The concern is that law enforcement doesn't have to clarify this when they report how many cases they have cleared. So the public...
Yeah, this rape's, the exceptional case for closing this, this rape case is, I'm lazy.
Can just assume that arrests are made, which is not always the case. Back out here to the live center, you're looking at data from San Diego. This box represents 2016 numbers from the San Diego police. The white area, that's cases that are not cleared. Black, cases cleared by arrest. Green, cases cleared by exceptional means. Only 9% of cases led to an arrest. 18% were cleared by exceptional means. So how do our exceptional mean case numbers compare with all of these other cities? We're pretty much in the middle. It's actually Wichita, Kansas police that appear to have the highest percentage. They have more than 60% of those types of cases.
She's really fucking hot, though. I would... She's probably really stupid, though.
In the live center, Jennifer Kastner, 10 News.
I don't know how many people like this stupid cunt, but I like to look at her videos with the sound off because she's really pretty. I'm just imagining her talking about, like, yes, I will make you a sandwich. Of course I will. Would you like to put it in my ass? Even though I'm not really like a butt guy. If the vagina is not tight enough, you have a whore for a girlfriend. But yeah, I'd slam the fuck out of her.
Crack, nothing, not me. Looks like he's got the money out of his pocket. You are effectively under arrest right now, okay? Okay. I see you have dope in your pocket right there.
Little tiny bag.
You are effectively under arrest.
Did you just buy this in the park from the guy on the bench?
I did not.
I just watched you do it. Those sneaky cops are spying on you as you're buying dope in the park.
I ain't got nothing on me, bro. I don't sell no drugs. They can go.
Miss Harold.
Yes, sir. I ain't done nothing wrong, bro.
Oh, man.
Huh? I didn't sell them anything, bro. They asked me did I have any coke. I told them I didn't have no coke. I told them no baking soda. He said, well, I'm not going to buy it if it's not real coke.
So where'd you get the 20 from then?
My mom gave it to me. I wouldn't lie.
I don't have to lie. I mean, I'm not doing nothing wrong. I swear to God.
Put your stuff up here.
I swear. That ain't mine.
Come over here.
But it's not mine.
All right. Very good. Good decision.
So what's going on?
I don't know.
You don't know at all? You sure about that? Okay.
I was not driving. No. Well, I mean, that's what you're arrested for. You asked me. I'm going to be honest. What the Man, I just got out of jail. Think about it, I didn't do nothing. You were in a car that...
40% of the people that get arrested say, man, I just got out of jail.
Crashed into another car, right?
So I'm getting arrested for something I didn't do?
Who's driving?
The male was.
Okay. He's sure, 100% sure on that,
100% sure on that.
So you pulled in here because your phone's not working. What's the parking lot here gonna do for your phone?
It was gonna help me maybe put it together because I can't.
Maybe put it together?
Yeah.
Sherry, I thought you said nothing was in your car.
It's not.
Where'd your crack pipe come from?
That's not mine.
Whose is it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
My windows were down on 19th Street all day.
Right there, Juan. That's him. Get down. Get down.
What did he throw? The wallet? Right here?
Yeah, it's crap.
Nice. Would you throw a wallet?
No wallet.
No wallet.
I don't have
No wallet.
No crack.
No crack, no wallet, no dead bodies, no hookers.
I swear to God, I didn't throw anything. I told y'all what I was finna do.
His wallet was in the car, and thinking this guy that ran from us stole his wallet out of the car parked right in front here.
Okay.
What really happened was I was coming to drop the crack off for somebody. That's what happened.
And he didn't show up, or?
No, I guess not.
I mean, the wallet was right beside the crack.
But I didn't have anything to do with no wallet.
All right.
Are you ready for...
No, sir, I'm just scared.
Scared of what?
All those police there, I don't know. Some guy probably running or something.
Yeah,
Crazy maniac.
Makes a lot of sense.
You
don't think that he saw you when he saw you running out of the backyard of that house?
That wasn't me, sir.
It wasn't you? He stayed with you the whole time. There was never anybody else that was running. He put out, the second you ran out of that house, he gave us your clothing description, and sure enough, we see you running down the street.
Sir, there had to be somebody else.
It had to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Had to be the same shorter Hispanic guy wearing a black shirt and blue jean shorts.
Look who's right there. 2.
Yep. There he goes. That dude was asking me to buy nothing. He told me to take down, buy nothing, man. I'm totally
Didn't buy nothing, man. Nothing.
I ain't did nothing wrong, man.
Why'd you run then? You didn't run? Or you did run?
Found it.
Crack cocaine?
I'm saying, but I ain't had nothing, no, man.
That's okay, man. We're not a judge. You can explain that to the judge. The judge will, will let you know.
What's this all about?
Drug investigation.
No, I ain't been to that, no, because it ain't mine.
It is now. It's in your seat. It's yours.
I don't know all about that. I don't know.
What if 2 undercover officers saw you purchase that dope? What would you have to say?
No, I didn't purchase anything.
I didn't know what he was doing. I swear to God to you, I did not know what he was doing. He said he just needed to stop by there and talk to that guy for a minute.
And you can see they're talking a little bit, and then here you're going to see an exchange. He inspects the dope, which doesn't happen.
Right there?
Yeah, right there. He looks, makes sure it's dope.
We're in the area on a shots fired call. This guy, he's leaving at a high rate of speed. There's a good chance he's going to have something to do with this shots fired call. We're southbound past 25th.
didn't even do nothing.
Are you serious with that? Dude, I wasn't even. Are you serious with that? I pulled you out of the driver's seat. You stuck your hands out the driver's window, and they pulled you out of the driver's seat. You pulled into the driveway, and you're gonna stand there and look me in the eye and say you weren't driving. Are you serious with that?
Look, he's about to drop something. Why are you gonna run?
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands.
Move my arms, son.
Hold on. Put that hand behind your back.
Son, what I did wrong?
Here it is. Here it is. This is what he had in his hand.
That man right there smoked plenty of crack. How you know that ain't his, son?
Because I saw it in your hand.
How you see that in my hand and you trying to run me over and I'm on the sidewalk in the dark, sir?
Powder or crack? What is it?
It ain't mine, sir. It ain't from. It's not mine, sir.
The problem is that...
Why do they always leave the tags on their hat?
Going out on several suspicious persons here.
Why you throw that down?
Nobody threw nothing down. Keep your hands down.
I didn't throw it down.
Keep your hands down.
She had
I sat right over there and watched you do it while I was messing with that other idiot.
It's hers, officer, I promise.
I watched you throw it down.
I threw it down, I swear. She did. I promise.
Can we put him in your car?
You can ask anybody, but I swear to God, I can prove it.
Carlos, how many more times am I going to have to run into you?
I'm not doing that. I'm trying to stay clean. I swear, officer.
You're not doing a very good job of it.
The purse you had on you, is that your purse? So everything in that purse is yours, correct? Huh?
A friend gave it to me.
A friend gave you the purse? So the cocaine that we found in the purse is not yours?
What are you talking about?
This cocaine was in your purse. So whose is that?
Where was it?
In your cigarette pack, in the purse, that you had on your shoulder when we stopped you.
I see a bunch of juveniles, possibly gambling.
Gambling juveniles?
Regular gambling. Pull up.
They scatter like fucking roaches, man.
Turn over. What you running for?
Huh?
What you running for?
I don't know.
Turn over!
They said somebody shooting, so that's what I read. I ain't do nothing.
Sir?
I ain't do nothing.
That's the dice and that's the money. I guess he's a lucky winner today. Always watch their hands. You see, toss the dice and you grab this money, always watch their hands.
We got a box of marijuana that's going to a house over here that we're going to deliver. We have an officer posing undercover. He's going to go over to the house. He's going to contact a guy that's sitting out front. He's been sitting there for a while, like he's waiting for this box.
All right, package is passed off. Move in, move in. All right, guys, move in, move in. George is taking him down. George is taking him down. Move in.
Man, look at her. I don't know what's going on. I promise you I don't know what's going on.
Sure.
Yes, man.
Swear to God?
I swear, man.
I walked up there, I told him, I said, look, I live down here on 19th Street. I got a package. It says it's supposed to come here. It was brought by UPS. So why did they take to your address? I said, dog, I don't know, man. I said, I brought it here. It said it comes to this address. Do you want it or not? He was like, yeah, man, I need that. I need that package.
You messed up. You dropped the ball, okay?
I'm gonna tell you everything. I don't know nothing about that. That box right there, I had belongings in them boxes right there. I had speaker wires.
Let me ask you a question.
Everything.
Why would you accept this?
I don't know, but I know it's not mine, for real. I promise you.
You looked at me, you said, yeah, I need that package. That's what you said. You even said that you would pay me $40 for it.
I don't know what this is, but I like Doug. Or I like Doug when
Larry, why don't you tell Alton I was fucking his wife?
What? Come on. What are you saying?
You told Alton I was fucking his wife?
No, I said that you said that his wife was beautiful. That's all I said. That's all I said.
You said that shit to him. That's implying that I'm fucking her.
Well, just tell him that you're not.
But I am. I'm jumping that ass. I've
been comfortable on that ass for a while now.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? Why you fool around with married women? Ass is ass, Larry.
Ass is not ass.
Ass is fucking ass, Larry.
No, it's not.
That's what the fuck I do, Larry.
Well, you don't have to tap every ass.
Jews and niggers arguing about stupid shit. Let's watch this black pill video. We're still waiting for our South African friend to join the Discord. And I did it again.
High-ranking officer of the Soviet Army General Staff. I started working with Novosti Press Agency, the biggest propaganda and ideological subversion organization of USSR, which is directly under KGB. Ostensibly, it's a public news agency. Novosti in Russian language means news, but there are no news. It's mainly propaganda. Subversion, always a destructive, aggressive activity aimed to destroy the country, nation, or geographical area of your enemy. The highest art of warfare is not to fight at all, but to subvert anything of value in the country of your enemy, until such time that the perception of reality of your enemy is screwed up to such an extent that he does not perceive you as an enemy, and that your system, your civilization, and your ambitions look to your enemy as an alternative. You cannot subvert an enemy which doesn't want to be subverted. Subversion can be only successful when the initiator, the agent of subversion, the student who comes for exchange, a diplomat, an actor, an artist, a journalist like myself was 10 years ago, has a responsive target. It's a two-way traffic. United States is a receptive target of subversion. The ultimate purpose, the final stage of subversion, simply take your enemy without a single shot being fired. This is basically what subversion is. It consists of 4 periods. The first stage of subversion is the process which is called demoralization. It takes from, say, 15 to 20 years to demoralize a society. Why 15 or 20 years? This is the time sufficient to educate one generation, influencing the outlook, ideology, personality by various methods. Infiltration, propaganda methods, direct contacts, doesn't really matter. Various areas where public opinion is formulated or shaped. Religion, educational system, social life, administration, law enforcement system, military, and labor and employer relations. What happens here? The target country, if it's a free democratic society, there are many different movements within the society. In every society, there are people who are against this society. They may be simple criminals, ideologically in disagreement with the state policy, conscientious enemies, simply psychotic personalities who are against anything, right? And finally, there are a small group of agents of a foreign nation, bought, subverted, recruited. In case of religion, destroy it, ridicule it, replace it with various sects, cults, which bring people's attention. As long as the basically accepted religious dogma is being slowly eroded and taken away from the supreme purpose of religion, to keep people in touch with the supreme being, that serves the purpose. Education. Distract them from learning something which is constructive, pragmatic, efficient. Instead of mathematics, physics, foreign languages, chemistry, teach them sexuality, anything, as long as it takes you away from...
This was an interview done at like the late 80s, early 90s.
From the basic moral values and principles, okay? Social life. Replace traditionally established institutions and organizations with fake organizations. Take away the initiative from people. Take away the responsibility from naturally established links between individuals, group of individuals, and society at large, and replace them with artificially, bureaucratically controlled bodies. Instead of social life and friendship between neighbors, establish social workers, people who are on payroll of whom? Society? No, bureaucracy. The main concern of social workers is not your family, not you, not social relations between groups of people. The main concern is to get the paycheck from the government. What will be the result of their social work doesn't really matter. Power structure. The natural bodies of administration, which are traditionally either elected by people at large or appointed by elected leaders of society, are being actively substituted by artificial bodies, the bodies of people, groups of people whom nobody elected, never. As a matter of fact, most of the people
sound familiar, like all this tech shit?
don't like them at all, and yet they exist. One of such group is media. Who elected them? How come they have so much power, almost monopolistic power on your mind? They can rape your mind. But who elected them? How come they have a nerve to decide what is good?
No, this is not, I am not black-pilled. I'm just playing one of his videos.
And what is bad for the elected by you, president and his administration. Who the hell are they? In a big establishment like New York Times, Los Angeles Times, major television network, you don't have to be excellent journalist. You have to be exactly a mediocre journalist. That's easier to survive. There's no competition anymore. You have your good, nice income, $100,000 a year. That's it. Whether you are better or worse doesn't really matter anymore. As soon as you're smiling to the camera and do your job. Power structure slowly is eroded by the bodies and groups of people who do not have neither qualification nor the will of people to keep them in power, and yet they do have power. Law enforcement, law and order organization and structure is being eroded. For the last 20, 25 years, if you see old movies and new movies, you can see that in new movies, a policeman, an officer of the United States Army looks dumb, angry, psychotic, paranoid. A criminal looks nice, kind of, well, he smokes hash and shoots the whatever drug, but basically he's a nice human being. He's creative, and he's unproductive only because society oppresses him. A policeman is a pig, rude policeman. He abuses his power. Equality, equality, mind you. President Kennedy once said, we will make America to believe that people are born equal. Are people born equal? Is there any mentioning in the Bible or any other holy scripture in any religion, if you don't believe me, go to the library and check it. There is not a single word about equality, just the opposite. What you do is important, the merit of your personality. You cannot legislate equality. If you want to be equal, you have to be equal, you have to deserve it. And yet we build our society on the principle of equality. We say people are equal. We know it is false. It's a lie. Some people are tall and stupid. Others are short, bold, and clever. If we put the principle of equality in the basis of our socio-political structure, it's the same thing as building a house on sand. Sooner or later, it will collapse. And that's exactly what happens. Equality. Yes, equality. People are equal. Is it true or not? Think about it. Equal opportunity in equal circumstances, yes, but we know people are different. Even with the best intentions, people could not be equal. And yet we repeat as parrots, equality, equality, equality. Democracy, as it was established by fathers of this country, is not equality. It's the system where different people, unequal people, have a chance to survive and help each other in constant competition, in constant perfection. Not inequality, which is superimposed from a godfather or a nice person in Washington, D.C. The moment you bring a country to the point of almost total demoralization, when nothing works anymore, when you are not sure whether it is right or wrong, good and bad, where there's no division between evil and good, when even the leaders of church sometimes say, well, violence for the sake of justice, especially social justice, is justified. And we listen to them and say, yeah, probably it's true. Is it true? No, it is not true. Especially for the sake of quote-unquote social justice introduced by Marxist-Leninists. The next step is destabilization. To destabilize all the relations, all the accepted institutions and organizations in a country of your enemy. How you do it? You let them do it themselves. Radicalization of human relations. No more compromise. Fight, fight, fight. The normal, traditionally accepted relations are destabilized. Radicalization, militarization sometimes. We cannot solve our problems anymore. The society at large becomes more and more antagonistic. The media puts himself in the opposition to the society in general, at large, separate, alienated. Now they become leaders of groups, preachers, public figures. Prominently they actively include themselves in a political process. All of a sudden we see a homosexual. 15 years ago nobody cared. Now he makes it a political issue, and he rallies a large group of people, and there are violent clashes between him and police, his group and ordinary people. As long as this group come into antagonistic clash, sometimes militantly, sometimes with firearms, that is destabilization. Sometimes he gets money from various foundations for his struggle for, I don't know, human rights, women rights, kid lib, prison lib, whatever. There are sympathetic Americans who donate their money to him. This stabilization process usually leads directly to the process of crisis. When the legitimate bodies of power, the social structure collapse, it cannot function anymore. So instead, we have artificial's body injected into society, such as non-elected committees, social workers who are not elected by people, media who are self-appointed rulers of your opinion, which claim that they know how to lead society forward. Here, we have all this artificial's body claiming power. If the power is denied to them, they take it by force. Crisis is when society cannot function anymore productively, it collapses. So therefore, the population at large is looking for a savior. The religious groups are expecting a messiah to come. The workers say, we have family to feed. Let's have a strong government, maybe socialist government, centralized. A savior comes and says, I will lead you. So we have two alternatives here: civil war and invasion. See how it goes? But the result is the same. The next stage is normalization. At that stage, the self-appointed rulers of the society don't need any revolution anymore. They don't need any radicalism anymore. So this is the reverse from destabilization. Basically, it is stabilizing the country by force. So all these sleepers and activists and social workers and liberals and homosexuals and professors and Marxists and Leninists are being eliminated physically sometimes. They've done their job already, okay? They are not needed anymore. The new rulers need stability to exploit the nation, to exploit the country, to take advantages of the victory, okay? So no more revolutionaries, please. And that's exactly what happens in a number of countries. From now on, no more strikes, no more homosexuals, no more women lib, no more kid lib, no more lib. Normalization now. To reverse this process, from here, it takes only and always military force. No other force on earth can reverse this process at this point. At this point, it does not take military invasion of the United States Army. It takes strong action to prevent the savior from outside to come into power and to stabilize country before it erupts into civil war. The ultimate goal, however ridiculous it may sound, or primitive or simplistic, is the world domination. This is what it is.
A number of people have
exhaust back into the chamber. 3 such trucks have been in use since last month. In each truck, you can get in 40 to 60 Jews at a time. In fact, the more you have in, the faster it works. And the carbon monoxide, what it does is the bodies come out pink.
It's a nice touch.
This Cyclone B is how I smoke a slow-mo. From the shower to the oven, I smoke a slow-mo. I pull the ashes out, and they still smoking slow-mo. You think you swindling me? Hold on, you must be smoking slow-mo. This Cyclone B is how I smoke a slow-mo. From the shower to the oven, I smoke a slow-mo. I pull the ashes out, and they still smoking slow-mo. You think you swindling me? Hold on, you must be smoking slow-mo. Iron cross on my chest, swastika on my crest. Hiling while I'm driving. Nigga with the SS. Drop the gas, they pass out. Hebrew, you an amateur. Your bitch ugly as fuck, so I'ma soap and lampshade her. Stealing bank rolls, country full of bad merchants. Lot of fraud, lot of pause, need a lot of purchasing. They would crash the economy to make another buck. Ain't no time being wasted, time to heat the oven up. Euro niggas fast shout, man, that's what we all do. She know I'm with them Nazis, wanna meet the whole crew. Smoking out the Kübelwagen, try to stay low key. If there's ashy flakes in the air, then you know it's me. This Cyclone B is how I smoke a slow-mo. From the shower to the oven, I smoke a slow-mo. I pull the ashes out, and they still smoking slow-mo. You think you swindling me? Hold on, you must be smoking slow-mo. This Cyclone B is how I smoke a slow-mo. From the shower to the oven, I smoke a slow-mo. I pull the ashes out, and they still smoking slow-mo. You think you swindling me? Hold on, you must be smoking slow-mo. Smoking a hook, no sand, poach everything golden. 6 gorillion more to go, gotta keep the trains in motion. No Obamacare, Mengele, he got that potion. Soccer field orchestra, the pool is like the ocean. Embryos, we clone them, together we sow them. Pile of ashes growing, I should build a snowman. Blitzkrieg season Poland in 3 weeks, cause I'm a showman. Put all the heaps in designer striped pajama clothing. Programs now all over town, we told them not to poke a crowd. I show you how we go about it, throwing all the chosen out. Those rodents got the grossest snouts. I run that camp like a Fortune 500 fam. This Cyclone B is how I smoke a slow-mo. From the shower to the oven, I smoke a slow-mo. I pull the ashes out, and they still smoking slow-mo. You think you swindling me? Hold on, you must be smoking slow-mo. This Cyclone B is how...
I was told... Oh, wait, first we gotta look at the... This is real-life footage of a KV-2. So this is what we were talking about earlier.
Here at Rockwell Automation's world headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of automation products that establishes new standards for quality, technological leadership, and operating excellence. With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters. Such an instrument, comprised of Dodge gears and bearings, Reliance electric motors, Allen Bradley controls, and all monitored by Rockwell software, is Rockwell Automation's Retro-Encabulator. Now basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of magneto-reluctance and capacitive diractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fan. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus O deltoid type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator. Every 7th conductor...
So, I'm not sure if it's something that these guys do as jokes, or if it's something that the guys who write scripts do as jokes, but it's an old joke in the kind of like industrial mechanics world to, you know, put out this kind of gag video, because a lot of the stuff that people make, you know, industrial videos about have, you know, really dry, boring subject matter, so this is their play at that.
Being connected by a non-reversible Tremi pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters. Moreover, whenever fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. The retroencabulator has now reached a high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of Milford Trunnions. It's available soon wherever Rockwell Automation products are sold.
Comes the one-year-old Isaiah. Jay, you are not the Sadi, come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come here. Sit down here. Sit down there. Sit down there, Amir. When it comes to one-year-old Isaiah, Amir, you are not the father.
So he comes over, Katie's in the seat, got his clothes on and ready. He literally walks through my door, picks Kaden up, do him like this, put him back down the seat and walks out the door.
Sargon decided to join us after he saw our abortion. We played the abortion video over and over again. He just loved it.
We're finally going to get what you want, Marla. You got it? When it comes to 3-year-old Caden, Dante, you are not.
This is fucking great.
Wow! Where? Y'all tell me where I look like him at. Y'all tell me that. I'm not the baby daddy.
Hey, but if you are, you'll be in that child's life.
No.
In the case of 2-year-old Marcellus Isaac, you are not.
Nick Noggs.
I told y'all I want that baby daddy.
Lisa, you don't want him to be the father. You don't want him to be the father. He wouldn't do anything, okay? He said he wouldn't do anything, all right? We'll be glad to help you if you want us to. If not, you're a very strong person. You have strong. You can raise that child to be the kind of child you want it to be, all right? I know. No.
A constant liar. I am not the father of this baby. This baby ain't got no ounce Puerto Rican in it. This baby is Mexican as hell. This girl has sex with 2 of my and one of my boys. But she a nasty asshole. This baby got 10 different brothers, and I ain't one of them. Ayla already had 1 guy tested, which means there could be 100 other guys tested. You in the audience, you could be the father. Ayla, y'all got dumb read across my face? You know and I know I ain't the father of Khalees. When this test shows how big of a liar you are, I want you to leave my ass alone, because I'm sick of you and your lies.
He's a little bit worked up. Here's Jose. Jose, come on out.
Mama, you a hoe.
Hey.
All my people.
Right.
Whatever, man.
Stop it.
Show the results right now.
What?
Right now. Show the results. On my mama, show this girl that she's a bumper. Bumper. What?
Jose, Jose, sit down here. I want to talk to you about something. Sit down. I want to talk to you about something.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? You know what's really so funny? How you called me last night and told me not to come, right?
Man, I wanted my you want
I wanted my dick sucked. I ain't give a fuck. I was drunk.
Jose, I just want to talk to you. Jose.
You stood over your home. I don't care.
Sit down.
This ain't about
Sit
me. This
down.
is about my kids. So why don't you quit being an immature little...
Jose, I can't deal. Can't deal with it. Jose, we're going to find out right now, one way or another. When it comes to one-year-old Khalees, Jose, you are not.
I'll find who my baby daddy is. I'm a pimp. I'll find my baby daddy.
Wait, what the fuck?
Baby daddy is. I'm a pimp like that. I'll find my baby daddy. I'm a pimp like that. I'll find my baby daddy.
When it comes to 4-year-old Brandon, Michael, you are not.
That fat bitch driving away on a fucking scooter. Just what do you think the IQ of that Ferengi is? That's what they were called on Deep Space Nine, right? Ferengi? That bitch has, like, Klingon forehead. I think she's actually a Klingon. If she's a Klingon, does that mean she has a higher average IQ when compared to a black person, or a lower average IQ compared to a black person? So are Klingons smarter or dumber? Yeah, this nigga's definitely under 70.
Let's run!
Andrew, you are not the father.
Someone submitted this one. Take a look at it.
Bill.
No dialogue, just reactions.
Student is dating a bad boy. She's pregnant. He's controlling.
You couldn't leave her alone to be interviewed.
It's about us being together.
That's not about being together. You're afraid she could say something that'll hurt you.
On an all-new Dr. Phil.
This is so awkward. No dialogue, just reactions. And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Watching Dr. Phil makes me,
Men have 6 times the brain power of women. Men excel in math and science.
Then why don't they use it if they have it?
Women didn't go to school.
How do you know that women didn't go to school?
It's public documents.
Public documents.
Is it possible that a woman told a man how to do it, and he just didn't put it in a document? Oh, I think so. Good possibility, isn't it?
That's insane.
No, it's not.
That is absolutely insane. You're saying that women devised calculus, rocket propulsion, built the shuttle,
Could
told
have.
men
Could
in
have.
the sack, perhaps,
Could have.
how to build a rocket, and then
Good
men went to NASA
possibility.
the next day and said,
Good
you know, last
possibility.
night I was thinking this
A
is how
very
to build a
good
rocket.
possibility.
No, this is, you have an immature understanding.
Honey, I am twice your age, and I am.
I love Dick so much.
You claim that chauvinistic men should be shot.
Figure of speech.
However, women are the first always to rely on violence to solve their problems.
Where did you hear that?
This is not something I heard.
Is that why all the prisons are full of men who
The
molest
prisons
and
are full
kill
of men
and
raised
beat?
by single mothers. We had an altercation the other day in
Why are
front
they
of
raised
this
by?
house
Why are they
with a
raised
woman
by
who
single?
disagreed with
Why
what I said.
are they raised by single women? Could it be because the men don't stick around to help raise the
Yeah, well,
children?
they still do it poorly. My point is, women
Because the
rely
men
on,
aren't. You know, you speak that how the women raise men, but yet you've never raised children. And half the men leave and don't raise the children.
I don't have to build a car to know when one
raise-
doesn't work.
You're an
I don't
idiot.
have to raise a kid to know when someone's doing a bad job of doing it.
Yes, you do.
And I see it right here.
Yes, you do. Oh, I'm raising my children badly?
Yeah, who's sleeping in a room with another guy when they don't want their daughter doing the same thing? That's compromising your
Guess
principles.
what, honey bun? I slept on the couch last night, so it shows how stupid you are. And I called my children first and discussed it with them.
Shooting someone because their
You're an
opinions
idiot.
disagree with yours is reckless and dangerous.
No,
and it's
but
the
beating
reason
them
women
and
shouldn't be
hitting
in
them
charge
and
of
raping
anything.
them and killing them and ending up in prison over it is all because they were raised by a single mother. And the reason they were raised by a single mother is maybe because the man didn't have the wherewithal to stick around and take care of them.
You
so don't even give
obviously
it to me,
are
buddy, because you don't have any
bitter
idea.
about
No,
being a
I
single
just-
mother.
I love being a single mother. I love not having
Then why
a
do you
man
get so
around
angry
to tell
when you
my
talk
children
about
the
it?
wrong thing to do. I'm angry at people like you who think they know what they're talking about, who haven't a clue. You have no children. You've never been married. You've probably never even gotten laid. So I don't know what you're talking about.
So
You don't know what you're talking about.
Is the way to show me I'm wrong insulting my sexuality by saying I've never been laid is by
You probably
making
haven't.
personal attacks? But is that
And
the
you
way you
probably
show
still live
someone
with
they're
your
wrong?
mother.
But is that the way you show someone they're wrong? By insulting them personally, which you're doing
Wait
right
a minute,
now.
excuse me. You started this conversation. You started insulting
I started
me.
it by saying someone who disagrees with you should be shot is not a responsible
And I
way
told
to
you that
solve
was
the problem.
a figure of speech. Did I not say that?
It's a figure of speech, but women resort to violence first.
That's
In
why
the
so many
altercation-
women are in prison for violence. Oh, yes. Where do you get your statistics, honey?
Violence is not getting arrested for violence. Violence is hitting, throwing things, which you've already crossed the line on in this house.
I threw something?
You threw a pillow at me, which you don't see as violent. It's certainly
threw
not
a pillow
painful,
at you?
but it is.
Is that anything like putting a pillow on?
physicality.
Is that anything like you putting your pillow on the lap and say, "Come here, honey"?
No, it's nothing like it.
I
because
didn't think
it crosses
so.
a line. It crosses a line of making
Throwing
a personal
pillow.
attack on
First of all,
someone.
I don't recall
You've
throwing a
molested
pillow.
me several times in
I've
this house
what?
already. Molested. You've touched me in ways that I
I've
don't
touched
appreciate.
you?
Because I don't like old hags getting their hands all
I'm
over
sorry.
me.
Where's an old hag? Where's an old hag?
I'm just counting the wrinkles.
Where?
Once you get past 4 or 5 under the eyes, I call it
Honey,
an old hag.
you
I call it how I
haven't
see it.
a clue. You haven't a clue.
You also have a problem with men who
Grow
think
up.
they're right all the time, right?
Excuse me?
You also have a problem with men who think they're right all the time.
Well, yes, when they're wrong.
And men who don't listen.
Yes, when they don't
And men
listen.
who are jerks. Could it
Yes,
be that
is that-
you
could
are
that be you?
associating with too many of these men? Could it be that someone who
No.
associates with jerks is finding jerks? Did you ever think of that?
Well,
Why does that not enter into your world?
And I'm having to associate with you by being here. So I guess you're right. I associate with jerks.
And I'm not surprised the way
I
you
don't think
behave
so.
that you don't run into more jerks. I would say 100% of guys are jerks.
You know
around
what?
you
You
because
know what?
you
I
are
have very nice.
unconscionably
I have very
rude,
nice male
arrogant,
friends.
and full of pride. It's ridiculous.
Because I have to deal with you. How am I supposed to react to someone like you?
With class.
After you put the pillow on your lap and said, "Come here, honey,"
Yeah.
and I threw the pillow at you. Yeah. I should have
Oh, that's
shoved it down
okay.
your throat. Thank you very much.
This is exactly what I'm talking. This kind
Oh,
of
God, he
violence is
fucking
exactly what I'm
baited her
talking
so
about.
hard.
You
know
should
what?
have shoved
I-
it down my throat.
Yeah, because
Why?
Because all you could think about was having.
So I should be physically
implying
assaulted
that a
because
woman
I
sit on
think-
your lap,
Can
honey.
I ask you something?
Go ahead.
When you accuse a man of being, you accuse him of being a woman. Why is that your highest insult? That's the
you know
worst
what?
insult you can
You
give
know
me is
what?
calling me a woman. Yourself.
I
Self-loathing.
didn't call you a woman.
That's self-loathing. You call me self-loathing.
Tell me what truffles taste like.
What in the hell?
Have you
does that
ever
have to do with
tasted
anything?
truffles?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what something tastes like you haven't ever tried, that you've never tasted.
It tastes good.
What
Tell me what crap tastes like.
You tell me what crap tastes like.
Probably bad. I don't
Probably
need to eat it to
bad.
figure it out.
Until you've tasted it, you don't know.
Yeah, no, until you've tasted it, you're a smart person. Once you've tasted it, you're a moron for eating crap.
What makes you think I haven't tasted crap?
No, well, you probably have. You know-
Okay, and if I had, wouldn't that give me the authority to tell you the taste?
No, that would make you a crap eater.
This 32-year-old guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl after texting her about getting stoned.
But Mike Manzi's date is about to go up in smoke. You'll be shocked when you hear what Manzi does for a living. He's a math tutor. You heard it right. He teaches some of New York and Connecticut's wealthiest children how to solve complicated equations. But you might say Manzi flunked basic arithmetic, because 32 plus 13 adds up to trouble. Online, he calls himself Mike Thrilla. He's a self-employed tutor with a bachelor's degree in mathematics from a small...
Look at that fucking head. Oh, I know this guy. Yeah, I've totally seen this dude before. It's this guy, right? Totally this guy. Yeah. Huh? 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 Huh?
New York College. He's obsessed with pizza, and he says he smokes marijuana often.
He's obsessed with pizza, guys. What kind of pizza do you think he likes?
The Sting House set up in Fairfield, Connecticut, an upscale town on Connecticut's Gold Coast, about 50 miles from Manhattan. The watchdog group Tetrad Corps is working with the Fairfield cops to bust adult men looking to spend time with 12 and 13-year-old children. Inside and outside, we've set up more than a dozen hidden cameras, and in our virtual control room, Tetrad's operatives are communicating with Manzi.
Any update on Mike?
Mike's supposed to be on his way.
These are some of the texts the 32-year-old man who calls himself Mike Thrilla sent to our decoy, who he thought was 13.
Did you blaze? You're my soulmate. Wow, you are so cute. You look way older, by the way.
But he also admits he shouldn't be talking to a 13-year-old.
Well, you are cool and cute, too. I just know I could get in trouble even talking to you, you know?
But Manzi continues texting. He later appears to become suspicious and asks the decoy to send a custom pic with his name on it. His fears that the girl isn't real are apparently quashed. The date is set, and on a crisp autumn day, Manzi arrives at the Sting House.
Hello? Hi. I'm good. How are you?
At the house okay?
Yes, I did. Sorry I'm being like a little...
No, it's alright.
Weird.
This is like weird.
No, it's not. It's not so much that it's weird, it's well... You mind if I just like look around?
Oh, go for it.
You okay?
I don't know.
What Manzi doesn't know is that I am waiting for him right behind that curtain. Mike Manzi is a math tutor. A smart guy who suspected something seemed weird in our Sting House.
You mind if I just like look around?
Oh, go for it.
You okay?
But he never calculated that I would be the one behind the curtain.
Hey, how are you? I'm good. Good.
Why don't you have a seat right on that stool, please?
Sure.
No, right here, sir.
No, I know.
Please, right there. Right, sir. Sit, please.
Okay.
I need to talk to you.
Well,
what are you doing here today?
Well, I'm here because I was slightly concerned.
Concerned about what?
Well, concerned because she's talking to people that are a lot younger, a lot older on the website.
Now, why were you so concerned about a 13-year-old girl?
Well, she's talking to other people that are obviously the same age as me.
And how old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32?
Yes.
So you came over to make sure she was okay?
Well, I came over just to make sure that
everything was fine.
Everything was okay. I was not.
He's totally a white knight,
the house
guys.
just now to make sure what?
I was gonna search the house to make sure there were no pedophiles here.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. She could come. She could be here with a group of people, for all I know, and she obviously was. I mean, don't you think? Don't you think that would be like a safe idea?
What was today's lesson supposed to be?
Today's lesson from
Today's lesson from you.
Today's lesson for me was to not.
I'm a fucking cuck, guys.
Unfortunately, really worry about other people.
Now you're a tutor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And who do you tutor?
I tutor our these ages, older ages.
What do you tutor them in?
Mathematics.
Mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
What about smoking marijuana?
Well, I mean, it's not really something that I try to tutor people in, but still.
I'm out of my mind, out of my fucking mind. I'm out of my fucking mind, out of my fucking mind. I'm out of my fucking mind.
Well, yes, of course, but you know, may I please leave?
Not
I'm
just
not.
yet. Not
Okay.
just yet. I have some more questions for you.
Will I be able to leave after your question?
Did you blaze?
Oh fuck! I was muted. I was saying that this dude is totally gonna transition into a chick, so he doesn't have to go to a male prison.
Yes.
Sir?
Yes.
Wait, are you answering me or are you
Yes,
reading
and I
the
was
stuff?
gay.
Yes. You can leave after I ask you a couple questions.
Are you sure? Are there police outside or anything?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Please, sir, can you please just tell me? Because I really can't.
So what it looks like, Mike, is that you came here
Mm-hmm.
to smoke weed with a 13-year-old girl, and then whatever was going to happen was going to happen.
Yeah, but that's not entirely what was going on.
Explain it to me.
I just told you. I was coming here to make sure everything was okay.
Right.
It really wasn't that far. I wanted to make sure that there was no like, obviously, like, she invited me in and there were not.
So you were just being a good Samaritan today.
Well, I was trying to a certain
420
extent, but,
pedo.
like, you know, I was coming here to make sure everything was okay.
13-year-old girl.
I deal with kids all the time.
Right. Would you think that the parents of the kids you tutor would be comfortable with you coming to visit a 13-year-old girl after talking about smoking marijuana and hanging out?
Probably not. You're
Probably
right.
not.
You're right.
Now you tutor kids.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
First off, that is not completely true.
I have a couple more questions for you, though.
I really don't want to answer any more questions, and I feel.
Do you have marijuana with you?
No, I do not.
Is it in your car?
No, it is not.
Then why did you say you were going to come over here and blaze? What's the lighter for?
I smoke cigarettes. They're in my car.
Uh-huh.
Again, you see how this looks.
I know how it looks, and I'm
a
sorry.
32-year-old guy who deals with kids all the time comes over to visit a 13-year-old girl who's alone after a discussion about smoking marijuana together.
Sir, I understand this. I'm sorry.
That's you, right? Do you blaze? Did you blaze? Yes. You're my soulmate. You call a 13-year-old girl a
We
soulmate?
were just talking. Come on, please.
Come on, you're 32. You got nothing else to do on a Sunday?
I'm trying to watch. Gonna watch football.
Yeah. Here with a
God, this
13-year-old girl
dude's
after
so
you blaze.
autistic.
You see how this
Look,
looks?
I know how it looks. I'm very sorry. May I please leave?
Math tutor Mike Manzi's number is up. He thought he was going to spend the day smoking pot with a 13-year-old girl. Instead, he's spending it with me and the police.
There's something you need to know.
Is there cops?
There's something you need to know.
Please.
He's also
Chris
gay.
Hansen.
This dude acts like he doesn't know who fucking Chris Hansen is, but he was gonna like walk around and make sure there wasn't shit in the. Fuck him.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
He's like, you put on some weight.
Please let me go home, guys.
Yeah, he didn't do the math.
You went out this
Please.
door.
No, because I'm gonna get arrested. I know what's going to happen, sir. I really can't afford
This
to do this.
This
I
is
can't.
like the worst episode of this I've ever seen. He's such a little faggot. Please, please don't make me a pedophile. I don't want to be a pedophile.
I'm really not here for any malintent. I really can't. Please do not.
But look at the chat.
I really just want to. Please let me go home, guys. I'm gonna get arrested going that way.
I'm gonna go get arrested going that
I
way.
can't. I won't. Please.
You can't go this way.
Please, man.
You can't go this way.
Guys. Oh, this is horrible.
This is the best one I've ever fucking seen.
No, I can't. Please let me go home, guys. I'm gonna get arrested going that way.
have to go that
Please. No, I can't.
have to go
I
that
can't. I won't.
You
Please.
can't go this way.
Please, man.
You can't go this way.
Guys. Oh, this is horrible.
He's like a fucking teenager or like a 12-year-old. Maybe this dude isn't a pedophile. Maybe he's just a fucking 12-year-old. This was sent to me. Thank you.
Now wait a minute, Matt! No! Matt, no!
This is horrible.
There's only one way out, through the garage, where the Fairfield, Connecticut cops are waiting with a pair of handcuffs with his name on them.
Well, they're Smith & Wesson, but you know.
I know.
Turn around, put your hands on your back.
Oh, please.
Put your hand behind your back.
Guys.
Hands behind your back.
Guys,
Listen, instructions. Follow. Just follow the instructions, okay? Just calm down. Just follow the instructions. We'll explain it.
I can't.
No, just relax.
Please, I can't.
Manzi argues with the cops, and while he's not resisting arrest, he sure isn't being overly cooperative.
Listen closely. The cops tell Manzi they may have to pull out the taser.
You're gonna get tased.
Kneel down.
I'm gonna get what?
You're gonna
Kneel
get tased.
down.
I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna get down.
Get down.
Kneel down.
I'm getting down.
All right.
We'll explain everything to you, okay?
He's put into the back of the unmarked car and hauled off to the police station. The only numbers this math tutor will be crunching today are how much his bail will be.
All the way over.
Scooch over a little bit.
This whole thing.
Yes, Mike, we are. He takes off his jacket before posing for a mugshot. His t-shirt is a math equation. It's a t-shirt popular with graduates of MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. But he didn't go there. He got his degree from a small New York college.
All right, face the wall.
As he's booked, he bites his fingernails.
The lace has got to come out of your shoes. Are you right-handed?
Left-handed.
And then he's fingerprinted before he decides to waive his right to remain silent and speak to detectives.
So now that you've read all this and you understand it, you're willing to talk to me about, we can talk about what happened today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
All right.
During the interrogation with the detective, Manzi fidgets a lot. He lets out a big sigh, but it's understandable.
Don't ever talk to the police. Don't. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
He's on the hot seat in the ice-cold interrogation room.
I do. I understand the age difference.
And it's important that you understand that.
I do. I do. I understand the age difference, and and that's why I really was not intending on doing anything with this girl.
What'd you think when she said she was 13?
I really felt like there was definitely a position that she was putting herself in that wasn't going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's a fucking loser. But that reminded me of this. I fucking love this segment.
God, it's so weird. People ask me.
For those of you who just joined us, here in a little while, we're going to review farmlands and talk to the South African BlackOnie, and bullshit about that for a while.
Fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like, people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, you travel a lot, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Where should I go?" I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, "Hey, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation?" Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, "Oh, I hate the Asian world." And you're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that about you." Like, "Yeah, I killed like 4 of them." Like, what are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah. Now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer. Here's all I'm saying.
Thank you,
I
sir.
can't tell you where to go. I can tell you where not to go. Wherever they film the first 48 on A&E. Oh, if you're not familiar with the show, here's what it is. Camera crews follow real homicide detectives for the first 48 hours after a murder. And the reason that time distinction is so important is that after 48 hours, they give up on that murder. They're like, "That's some old shit. What do you want to do today?" You're like, "How about you keep trying to solve that murder, man? That shit happened on Monday. It's Wednesday. We're not going to solve that shit."
And hello, guys.
Really?
What's going on, man?
I can't complain. Are you guys still streaming?
Yeah, we're on right now. You're live.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I can't stay for too long because I have to like fucking get shit set up because I kind of promised some people I will stream on my birthday, so I have to fucking set shit up. Also, yeah, Gator is streaming and I want to watch that, but I did give you guys my word I would pop in, so I'm here. What do you want to discuss?
I wanted to talk a little bit about South Africa and what it's like living there.
Well, it depends on which time period you're talking about, because the South Africa my father grew up is a vastly different version of the one I grew up in. he grew up in a country where you could leave your doors open, where people were generally nice. Today, if you leave your door open, people are going to come steal your shit. And not only are they going to come steal your shit, if you don't have the same political ideals as them, they will probably murder you in your sleep as well. It's pretty violent down here. It's honestly, it's not a very pleasant place to live.
Was there a time where you noticed a like an abrupt shift in the opinions of people, or in the way people are treated?
Well, the thing with South Africa is, that boiling frog analogy, where you put a frog in a pot of water and you slowly turn the heat up. That shit's been happening here since the ANC took power. They've been slowly turning up the heat, and while we are realizing we are fucking boiling to death at this moment. People, they're probably waking up right now, and it's actually too late. And yeah, most of us are kind of fucked at this moment.
Because we're gonna watch Farmlands later on. There's a moment in there where they're talking to that group of like white shantytown people.
Yeah, you see, that's another thing about this. You can't get a job here if you're white. They are biased. They are discriminating against us. I mean, at the point I am currently unemployed. Well, technically, I work for my father, but that basically only cost my food and board. And yeah, I'm turning 31 this Saturday. And I'm basically what you would call a failure to launch man, because I'm living with my parents, and I feel fucking horrible about this. I don't want to be in this situation. I want to get a job. I want to earn my money, but there's only so much you can do. I mean, when you hand your resume to the 30th person, they're like, well, sorry, sir, we can't employ you because we already have too many whites. We need more blacks. We need because we are fucking affirmative action.
You basically have a super anti-white affirmative action where it's like you can't have a certain percentage of whites in your business. Is what I understand.
The way it works is, no, you can have as many whites as you want, but if you have to, if it's not at a specific level, you won't get government contracts. You won't get for instance, there are some firms that. Well, no, wait. I won't go into too much detail about this shit because I might be doxing myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know there are several fuckers I know of that would want me to go to South African jail.
Yeah.
Which is not a pleasant place.
I can imagine.
I mean, I've seen American jail, and it reminded me of the my youth in hostels when I grew up. I lived on a farm, of course, so when you went to school, you lived in a hostel, and American jail was equivalent to the hostels we grew up in. Fucking the whole prison shower shit. Yeah, that was a reality for me in my youth.
Well, on that, is there any talk, or you know what the scuttlebutt is, rumors and whatnot? Is there any kind of movement for white flight? Like, are there any talks of countries that might give you amnesty or asylum, or is that all?
As far as I know, Australia has talked about this, but yeah, well, and this is no offense to Australia. I know several nice Australians, several fucking awesome Australians like Randbot, like Mike. Real cool guys, but unfortunately, their government kind of seems to be on the more liberal side, that fucking cuck Trudeau. They don't want to believe the shit that is going on here is going on, and I mean that's fucked up. So they are getting pushback from this, but there has been talks about granting people asylum in Australia. I think the Russians are doing something in Ukraine, but you kind of need money for that.
So in other words, none of them are like relocation things. It's all, if you can get here, and we'll allow you to stay here, kind of stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm actually currently looking into like going to America, but from what I've seen, you need a fucking boatload of money. I mean, you have to get a lawyer if you want to have any chance to succeed in this. And well, I'm already going to say that's not going to be a cheap fucking thing because, yeah, we all know lawyers love their shekels.
Well, the main thing I know with American, with like my neighbor sponsors tons of people to be here. That's the key to getting into America is having an employer sponsor you.
See, that's actually a big problem for me because there's only like two forms of employment I've ever done. One was I worked at a PC shop.
What's that?
Yeah, when I actually I built.
Oh,
PCs,
PC
like,
shop. Okay, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I don't have a degree in this, but when I was in my youth, I built PCs, and my employer wasn't impressed with me when I told him to really go fuck himself because he wanted to implement scummy practices where he would charge people for high quality brands like EVGA, shit like that, and then he would put in these fucking El Cheapo Chinese parts in and I told him, well, fuck it. Take your job and stick it up your ass. I'm not going to do shit like that. That's not me. I don't like scamming people. I don't. And well, to that degree, I haven't actually been able to get employment in the tech industry after that because I actually applied for a job at a local PC place the other day, and well, they said, okay, we'll leave your number and your details with us, and we'll get back to you. And they never actually got back to me because basically my contact details, except for my address, hasn't changed since I was in high school. And I'm pretty sure I have my fucking name and my phone number and shit like that listed as don't employ this guy. He's
well, I think when you don't have anything on your resume, it's challenging. But I would, you know, if you're interested in tech, go and get a CCNA certification, or you know, there's tons of online things that you can take and get certifications for very cheap. And that would be a very good way to get an employer to sponsor you over here, because there's tons of people that want to hire for that here, especially in the southeast.
Well,
but
I'll look into that. But the other one is I because I grew up on a farm, I actually managed a fairly large farm.
Well, in that case, there are tons of commercial farming outfits that I would. You know what? You and I can talk about employment stuff personally later. I want to talk a little bit more about what the climate in South Africa is like, if you don't mind.
Well, I've actually mentioned this on the Kill stream before, but yeah, they are actually actively trying to remove firearm ownership.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to get into. Is I heard that they were going to be stopping or pulling all of the permits for self-defense firearms.
That is in the talk, but we actually have a group called GOSA, Gun Owners of South Africa, that is actively trying to push back on this. But there's only so much you can fucking do. And here's the thing, and I've seen people say, "Oh well, yeah, take up arms, go fight your government." Well, in the first place is if it's just you doing that.
Yeah, that you're not fighting the government. You're a terrorist.
Yeah, you'll either get your ass shut up or you will get taken to jail. That's why whenever I see this shit, I'm saying I'm not active. I'm not calling for violence.
Everybody has to put out that kind of caveat because nobody. Well, see, here's the issue with rising up: is if you're a lone wolf, then you're a terrorist. If you try to organize, then they infiltrate you, and then they try to. At least this is what they do here in the U.S. Is if you get a large grouping of people, they'll send agent provocateurs in from like the DEA or the ATF, and they will get the dumber people in your group to, like, you know, come up with. They'll give them plans for a bomb. They'll basically give them everything they need to do it. I mean, they do this with autistic people in the U.S. sometimes, and then they will infiltrate your group, get those people and arrest them, and then close up your whole group.
This actually happened in South Africa. We had a group in 2000 that did this shit, and it was basically a government-funded terrorist organization. At the end, they fucking pulled in a lot of people, and at the end of the day, it fucking fucked up our gun laws because our gun laws were pretty similar to the shit you had in the US, where you could actually literally own full automatic firearms. I know you can own those in certain states in the US.
Well,
but
you can own it.
It's regulated.
Yeah, it's you have to deal with a bunch of licensing. Basically, it's a couple grand to buy one. Not including the price of the firearm. There's only.
I know fully automatic.
Well,
fully automatic firearms are like what, going for like $100,000.
Well, it depends. In the U.S., we only have 186,000 legal machine guns for people to buy individually. Now, if you get a license to be a firearms manufacturer or seller, then you can get all kinds of machine guns as quote unquote dealer samples. So those are ones that you would buy directly from the company, but you aren't allowed to transfer those to people like when you die or sell them. Like they have to stay with you.
Actually, that is my goal. If I actually end up getting to America, I want to like maybe get myself a small holding in America to do farming and shit like that. But I want to become a manufacturer. I want to build my own fucking guns and maybe sell them to. That's my passion.
Well, I mean,
I fucking love guns.
In America, it's very easy actually to get a get along making guns, because you can just customize Glocks, you can customize ARs, and that will like pay for you to make other cool shit. There's tons of people that just customize shit that make tons of money doing it.
See, that's the thing. Before we got into a financial bind, I was actually saving up to buy myself my own custom-made sniper rifle. We have a group here in South Africa that actually you can buy a custom-made rifle, and it's ranged from 308 from 308 to 50 cal BMG, and I believe you can get a 50 cal BMG for like the equivalent of $5,000 US. Then it's a fully custom-made fucking rifle.
Yeah, you're talking about a Barrett. Or something like an M.
No.
What?
It's not a Barrett. It's a semi-automatic. This will be a
bolt action rifle. I mean, Barrett makes a bolt action model as well.
I didn't know that. I thought they made like semi-automatic.
Yeah, no, but they have the military guns, but they have other. At least I think it was a Barrett. I don't know. I'm not a large caliber shooter. I like carbines and pistols. That's what I have. I got.
Yeah, but see, that's my dream. I want to own like an anti-material rifle. At least one of them. I want to shoot.
There's no special classification for that. As long as it's 50 caliber or below. Or.
Actually, there are some rifles that are like I believe the Nitro 900 is also not under that classification. It's not classified
destructive
as
device.
It's a destructive device. But from what I understand, there are a lot of like, for instance, if you have a 20mm rifle, you're gonna have a shit time to get it licensed, because that's considered a destructive device. Whereas here in South Africa,
and the thing is,
that's perfectly fucking legal.
Yeah, and the shitty thing about rifles like that is, I think the ammo itself is tax stamped as well.
It's.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an NFA person. Like, I would love to have NFA shit, but it's it's kind of expensive. I do enjoy shooting machine guns, but.
Oh yeah, I've never. Wait, no, I'm lying. I actually have shot a machine gun before. Well, technically a submachine gun. I shot an Uzi before, a full auto one. But yeah, that was back in the youth when they were still cool about letting kids shoot guns and shit.
Oh, I grew up with guns from a very young age.
Yeah, but and here's something I'll put out. When people are saying talking shit about the American Second Amendment, and they're like, oh well, no, you shouldn't have guns. Gun control works. We here in South Africa, we got gun control after those fucking terrorists fucked it up for all of us. We have, you can legally not own more than 4 firearms, and one of them may be a self-defense firearm. So you're only allowed 1 gun for self-defense. The rest
like
has to be either for hunting or for. hunting or sport shooting, and you're not allowed semi-automatic rifles. The average person is not allowed a semi-automatic rifle. So only bolt actions, repeaters, shit like that. You are allowed a semi-automatic pistol, and semi-automatic pistols for sport shooting.
Now,
but unless you get what is called a dedicated status, which I have, which is why I get to own a nice FNFL.
Oh,
which is hands on
fuck yeah, buddy.
The
That's a good thing. Do you have it in roadie paint?
No. Mine has been fully it's fully refurbished.
You got wood or plastics?
Plastics, unfortunately. I would have preferred it be wood, but it's done in plastic. It's fully legal. It has a 3-digit serial number, so it's like a very low production. I believe they stamp those for the South Africans, so it was like a 3-digit rifle in South Africa. So it's a very
contract
low
gun.
And yeah, it's a 100% Belgian-made rifle. So that thing, well, when it's not jamming, because the rumors that the fouls are prima donnas is actually very true. You need to like look after that gun, and it will look after you. It's a really good rifle. In fact, before that, my favorite rifles to shoot was American, and after I shot an FNFL, Belgian rifles #1. I'm really sorry about that. But
I mean, well, shit. The machine guns that we have in the U.S. Army are Belgian. The 240 Bravo is an FN.
And the SCAR as well. You guys are, well, not majorly, but I believe there are some American units that use the SCAR.
I think it's Spec Ops or something like that. I don't know. I don't really follow individual unit weaponry.
But yeah, if shit isn't actually looking too bright for us here in South Africa.
Now, is there anywhere on the continent? So I know for a lot of people flying might be out of the question, but is there anywhere on the continent that you would go to if, you know, the ANC and the others started getting like really fucking homicidal?
Well, unfortunately, I would have said yes, probably Botswana, but yeah, that went fucking out.
What happened there?
The new president, they lost their half-white president retired. Now they have a full black one, and he's not very nice. He fucking he called for the murder of several elephants and shit like that.
Just fuck those elephants.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. Well, if you want to piss off my mom, you just say, I'll take my big elephant rifle. I'll shoot the dad, the mom, and the little baby, and I'll make them into a fucking chair set.
Sounds like a nice guy.
Each with the heads. That's the... That pisses my mom off to no end, because she says she's of the opinion you should not shoot elephants. And well, yeah, she's right. Elephants aren't really that bad unless it's like a rogue bull that's trying to murder you. I agree with.
Now I take it. Don't dox yourself or anything, but I take it that you live further, not in an urban area. You live out, you know, on a farm.
Well, I used to live out on the farm, but my mom actually she sold it like 4 years ago because she got wind that this shit was going.
That was probably really smart of her.
Yeah, well, in the long run, it kind of fucked me because that was how I got my income. I mean, I had nice shit. That's how I funded my FNFL. That's how I funded my PS4. I have a lot of games, a lot of shit. And that's what I built my own fucking herd of cattle up. I was self-sufficient. I mean, I could afford nice things. Now I can't afford nice things because I can't get a fucking job.
Yeah.
Because and my primary source of fucking income has been cut off because my government would have fucking taken it. And I'm not begrudging my parents for selling the farm because I actually fucking agreed with them. I said, yeah, you should totally do that. And I knew
they should have sold it and got out of the country then, though. Like, just moved everything.
Yeah, well, my dad is of the mind that he doesn't want to leave his country. I mean, if you go look at our old national anthem, it's like I believe one of the phrases is "We will die for our country."
Yeah, I mean, I can sympathize with that because, honestly, if this shit ever happened in America, there's no way in hell I'd leave my town. I will fight to the death.
Let me be frank. If this shit actually did happen in America, I would fucking row over there in a rowing boat with my gun, and I'll come fight with you guys.
See, that's the issue with America is we're kind of forced to be polite here because, 400 million guns in the country and 350 million people.
Well, didn't the Japs say they didn't want to invade mainland America because there would be a gun behind every blade of grass?
I forget exactly which one it was. The guy that we killed in the transport plane. We sent a hit squad after him because he came up with Pearl Harbor.
Well,
what the fuck was his name?
Well, technically, wasn't FDR the one that came up with Pearl Harbor?
The what?
FDR, Roosevelt. From what I understand, Pearl Harbor was a setup. They
Oh.
basically used that to goad the Japanese into attacking them and basically dragging America in the war because he couldn't fucking declare war because he ran on the slogan, "I kept you out of the war."
I would imagine that it's similar to a 9/11 type situation where we didn't design it, but we knew about it beforehand. We're like, okay, we can use this to our advantage.
Yeah, and unfortunately, how many men died? I think like 2,000 or 3,000
something,
Americans.
3,300.
And it's not just they died. They died fucking horrendous deaths trapped beneath the ocean because there were literally men in those ships tapping on the walls of that ship, showing they're still alive. And
2,403 people.
And it's a lot of them died fucking horrendous deaths. I mean, can you imagine fucking being trapped in a battleship, watching people pass out from oxygen deprivation left and right? It must have been fucking horrible.
I'm very sorry to say this, but we have to. You might want to stick around, but there is some hot newness coming on from a person that we follow. I don't know if you've checked out my stream before, but for about 3 days we got obsessed with this tranny. Well, not really a tranny. So it's this delusional girl who has like schizophrenia or not really schizophrenia. I don't know how we would describe it. Her name is Sky, and she thinks that she's the whore of Babylon. She's going to be the next Hitler, Mao, or Stalin. And she has zoophilia themed pedophilia. As a matter of fact, I have that on my soundboard. Where is it?
Where the fuck do you find these people?
I was on 4chan.
Oh, wait. They have bestiality on 4chan.
Themed to my psychosis.
I know they have a serial killer on 4chan. I think he posted pictures of his victims on one of the boards. But yeah, I actually avoid the image boards and shit like that because I know those guys would tear me a new asshole.
Well, do you have the stream up?
No, I do not. Just send a link in the Discord. All
right. So
DM me.
This is what I'll send you. This. So she starts out really pretty, and not too crazy. I mean, still, she's not. She sounds like a typical leftist. And this is what she. Oh shit! Wrong one.
Wrong one.
There we go. Why is it doing that? Whatever.
Okay.
But we're gonna yeah, if you could open up that link and we're gonna check this out real quick.
Okay. At what time are you starting it?
At the very beginning.
At the very beginning.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Just. Okay.
Go.
Yeah. Sure. Play it.
I am having a day that is less than perfect because I was supposed to get doves on Sunday. I'm getting pet diamond doves. If you don't know what those are, look them up. But they're not coming because the person can't get them from California, so I have to order them from a different company. And it's just so cold in Minnesota that they won't ship them here, so this other company will. But I just like, it means waiting a couple more weeks, and that sucks because it's like I just waited 2 weeks, and I have like a cage and whatever, and I just like don't want to wait anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I have been doing good besides that, but tomorrow I'm going to
That fucking
see my
jacket.
psychiatrist, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I'm going to ask her for some OCD medication, and like some of the things that I have talked about on here are related to OCD, and like I've had OCD since I was a little kid. Like I was like the neatest little kid ever, and I shared a room with my sister, who's like the messiest person ever, and that's like what created contention with my mom. And I just stayed really neat, and I like whatever. But that's like just the stereotype of OCD. Like I have something called pedophile OCD, which means I'm afraid that I'm gonna harm a child. And if you don't believe that this is something actual, like an
Did she
actual
just
thing,
say she
look it
took a
up, 'cause
course in
it's called pedophile
prostitution?
OCD. And then I have scrupulosity. And
Oh, did I send you the wrong one? God damn it! Yeah, she used to be a prostitute. Why didn't that?
A prost?
Yeah, the video you have up. It's the one where she still has long hair, right?
It looks like she has long hair. Maybe it's tied up at the back. She's wearing a blue jacket.
Alrighty. Oh, I know why I keep sending you the same videos, because I hit paste. I'm a retard.
Hey, so
But yeah, so she used to be a pedophile.
Oh, it's this one. Okay, no, the one I'm watching, it's a blue.
Yeah, that's her first video. So let's pick back up at 107 of the one I just sent you.
107. Okay, yeah, okay.
All right, and play.
I just stayed really neat, and I like whatever. But that's like just the stereotype of OCD. Like I have something called pedophile OCD, which means I'm afraid that I'm gonna harm a child. And if you don't believe that this is something actual, like an actual thing, look it up because it's called pedophile OCD. And then I have scrupulosity, and I have like this obsession with the Book of Revelation, and like needing to be right in the minds of God.
You know, I think we found a girlfriend for Ross.
Yeah, this is Ross's girlfriend.
Is because I have, it's like a confession for me. Like when like somebody goes to the confessional and they have OCD, they do it religiously and they do it all the time, and that's kind of how it is for me. Like I was messaging that, I haven't done it in like a month, but like I would do it like I'm talking to like a priest or something. And it's OCD. It's like I have an obsession and it's a compulsion and it's a disorder. So yeah, I just like need to get over this, and I'm gonna do OCD treatment once I finish my my DBT, which is going really well. If you know what DBT is, it's dialectical behavioral therapy, and it's really awesome, and it helps behavior regulation.
All right, that's enough. Jesus. But
actually, did you by any chance watch Ranbot's stream last night?
I did not.
Well,
I was sleeping.
Well, we talked about transgenders on that, and basically, I'm seeing. I'm pretty sure this. Well, I'm not sure. It's a girl, right? It's
yeah,
a
that's
chick.
an actual girl. I'm about to send you a link for the her boyfriend.
It's
boyfriend. Oh God, I didn't see this. Okay.
But the thing is, well, that you can clearly see it. It's like a completely fucking cry for attention. It's like, I'm pretty sure if you go look into this girl's family tree, you will see she didn't grow up with a father. I'm going to say I'm almost 90% sure that this is how most trans people are. They don't have. It's like a single parent, and they're basically compensating for fucking attention. They're doing this for attention. In fact, there's this one article I saw that of a transgendered woman to man transgender that went into work, and she got treated like a man. She to such a degree that after a month, she basically went out and said, "Oh no, I'm transgendered, guys. I'm transgender," because she wasn't getting the attention she craved.
Well, that's funny you should say that. So this bitch Sky dated a like an actual tranny that was like taking hormones and stuff. It's hilarious. So I just sent you another video, and we'll take a look at it.
Start
real
from
quick.
the beginning.
Let me see where. All right, so we'll start that at 116.
116. Okay.
Let me know when you hit play.
And yeah, okay.
I'd like to talk about some of what she's doing. Okay, so I'm Sky, and I'm not going to go too much into my story just because I have it all on my YouTube channel, which I'll include the link for. But basically, I do want to talk about this dimensional shift that's about to happen. So our world is ending in 2012, not only because of the environmental issues, but just because we're reaching a new age, and that age is going to be the age of enlightenment. And in order for that to happen, we need to let more light into our lives. When I say light, I mean like information. And as a water bear, it's me that's supposed to kind of lead this revolution that's about to happen and inform people on basically just about everything that they need to know. And I'm going to be doing this not only through YouTube videos and through essays, but I'm also in the process of writing a book. So this is going to be a published journal, so it's about my life, how I woke up and found out that I am the water bear, the new Eve.
Oh yeah, wait.
And then I'm going to also incorporate all the esoteric information that people are going to need to know. So basically, I'm the woman in Revelations that's supposed to bring about this change. And but there is a topic that I have taken a lot of interest in ever since I met Christina in this homeless shelter, which I was staying at it after I was required to like give up my life and become homeless and learn about the world from that perspective. So they say if you want to be given everything you need to be willing to give everything up, and that's kind of what I did. And in that process I did meet Christina, and she's an awesome person, and she has had to live through a lot of things that are unfortunate because of
Alright, we'll stop it there. So yeah, she's the water bearer, which I still don't know what that is. And by the way, she's not the water bearer, because in a later video she talks about how she isn't the water bearer, so she fucking lies to us.
Well, I don't know, maybe the meds kicked in on that one where it's not kicking in
she
here,
got a little
but
lucid.
I'll be honest, what the fuck happened to this poor girl? Because she actually kind of looks attractive in this video, and then you go to the one with...
You see, what happened was, she took lots of hallucinogens with an underlying mental disorder in college and went to gender studies classes.
And she fucked her brain up.
So basically, she aggravated her mental illness with hallucinogens and other drugs, and went into deep psychosis. You know.
Well, it's fucking tragic because I don't know about you, but this is she actually looks kind of. Well, I'd say I'll give her a 6 on a smash meter.
Yeah. Oh no, we took a poll. Everybody said smash as long as she still had long hair. So, check out this next one, and we'll start at the beginning. Let me know when you hit play.
Okay, I'm just opening it. Okay, at the beginning, and I'm playing.
Hey everybody, I'm making this video just to let you know that Sky is not Maitreya, she's not God. I actually kicked her out of my house, my apartment, and she's gone forever.
Banished!
I came to the realization with the help of my girlfriend that she is not who I thought she was. Well, obviously, I knew all along.
With the help of her girlfriend?
Put it out of my mind because I was.
I think that's a man.
And I kind of was hoping something would happen that never ended up happening. So I listened to her and helped her and did all this stuff for her. But I'm with somebody new now, so I'd like to introduce my girlfriend.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Brittany.
Her name is Brittany, and she's gorgeous. So.
And yeah, she has like a 6-inch surprise for you.
Well, the one we're looking at is also a dude.
Not that I necessarily need anybody, but I need you. So.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. So
I didn't notice it.
Things are gonna get
Maybe
better.
she got maybe he got more hormones than the other guy.
She said that, or she told me that Cleverbot told her that she was the Messiah. Cleverbot is an interactive chat bot that learns by talking to people. So it listens to your responses and replies. In
Basically,
turn.
Tay told her she was God.
So yeah, that's kind of how she learned that she was God.
Oh.
She also is psychotic. She has psychosis and she hallucinates. She also was a drug addict, and she, I'm sure, occasionally has flashbacks where she's tripping hard. And like, we're calling this person God? No,
Not anymore.
We're not anymore.
Alright, so this is the last one, because my chat's seen this so many times. Well, I don't know, we might have a bunch of new people, but I'm not gonna berate them with the with all of the videos that we've watched, but there's one more that we have to, it's the rape video.
Okay, that sounds interesting, but wait, are you streaming this on Streamy
Yeah,
or
I'm on Streamy.
Okay, no, then it's okay, because I'm pretty sure if you did this shit on
it's
YouTube...
her. It's basically her journal, her video journal of transitioning for the first like 6 months or a year. It's interesting. Within the first 5, not even within the first minute, there's just a casual mention of how she was raped. He was raped. I gotta keep reminding myself he, because it has a really good voice, and it actually
a good voice changer.
It
that's what threw me fucking off, because you can see the face, it's kind of feminine, and then you listen to the voice, and yeah, then you're like, okay, no. I mean, if you imagine yourself, if you're like 3 or 4 drinks
if I was in a bar, I'd totally get
talk to
fooled.
this. That's literally a fucking trap.
Yeah. All right. So pull up the video. We're gonna start at the beginning, and let me know when you hit play.
Okay. Okay, I'm playing now.
Oh, you'll want to mute it, by the way.
Mute it.
Mute it.
Oh, so
it's just text and.
Oh.
So yeah.
Well, have you actually ever noticed that the majority of transgenders are male to female?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And here's the thing: if
hold on,
you can tell
it says I still talk to my high school girlfriend. That was the last girl he ever fucked.
Are you sure he fucked her?
No, I don't.
Because I'm pretty sure if you look at this dude, she was probably like fucking
Here's the great
everybody
part.
except him.
Little did I know my parents would boot me when I told them that I was trans.
As they should.
She helped me and realized who I was. Oh my god. So, the dude was convinced to transition by that Quasimodo. The pictures hold on, listen, the pictures I had from my first week, but a few were taken. I was raped and the phone was stolen.
Oh.
That's the only picture it has of during the shelter days. But yeah. So it's a little dull for another few seconds here. This creature just amuses me.
I'm fucking horrified at this, because this is the fucking reason I no longer drink at bars and shit like this, because imagine this, you actually
pause it for a second.
You hit it off and you take this to your home and you pull down the panties and their big dick flops on your face. I'm going to fucking freak out if that should happen.
I don't know. This thing's so like tiny, and like petite. It's probably got one of those little micro penis things. I don't really see this one having a giant schlong. The chat's like, oh god, no, god, no. I need to get that office sound clip for my soundboard. By the way, I've been putting together a soundboard, and I have this dude's girlfriend on it with the
the zoophilia
themed my psychosis.
Do you think he knows it's a tranny?
Oh yeah, no, they know each. Yeah, the woman is dating the trans man. So.
Oh.
Here's a question I'm gonna put to a poll for the chat: is it more gay because it's a tranny fucking a woman, or is it less gay because you'd be watching a tranny or like a man fuck a woman with tits? Like, which porn is more gay? But
actually, what you're saying is fuck a woman without watch a woman without tits fuck a man with tits.
Yeah. Well, no, because Sky still has her tits. She there's actually a video of her like binding her titties down. But anyway, we're gonna pick up at 155. This is when it starts to get into the second rape, and it's just the way that it put it is, oh my god, 10 out of 10.
Okay, I'm playing now. A motorcycle.
Oh, pause it. Sorry, I forgot about this one. So this trap thing bought this motorcycle, only rode it twice. One of the times was to kill itself.
Why the do you know how fucking badly I want a motorcycle? But unfortunately, in South Africa, you can't fucking ride a bike because 90% of our roads have huge craters. You would call a pothole, but so if your wheel catches into that, you are going to get you're going to get flinged over. And our taxis, which isn't like the yellow cab things you would think of when you think of taxis, it's a fucking minibus. Those fuckers are homicidal. They run over people on bikes. So you can literally not drive a motorcycle in South Africa.
I've seen a lot of really fucked up pictures or videos like on GIF from like India. One of them was like this dude was just left. Basically, it was this old woman. I guess it was a relative or something. Like just picking up gelatinous pieces of body and putting them all in a pile. It was disgusting. But anyway.
And what was it? Was it her son or something like that? Yeah,
I'm assuming it was a relative or something that got run over by one of those trucks. You know the Brigitte Poppers the Brigitte Popper 5000s.
At least he can't tech support scam people anymore, so there is a plus on that. Oh fuck, I'm a horrible person. But see, that's the thing. I can't fucking even afford this anymore. And
well, you know,
and
you know what's even better? He affords all this by being on disability.
Oh, fuck. I wish I could. I mean, like I said before, I'm actually busy sitting on my shit. I'm putting on my PayPal on my StreamMe because I would like to use those funds to like help me go over to America because, like I said, my employment isn't really paying me, so and I need it to funds to go over, and I fucking feel like a douchebag for doing that because I don't really asking people for hey, give me $1. It feels so scummy. It's like I feel horrible for asking people for shit like that, and I mean this thing gets fucking disability. Or whatever the fuck.
So let me tell you about this suicide attempt. So it was icy. It started up the motorcycle, but it wouldn't go anywhere. The tire would just spin. So it jumps off of the motorcycle and runs to the road and jumps in front of a slow-moving truck. It didn't kill her, so he got up, ran to his car, and started slicing open his arm. Not like, you know, where the vein is, but like this side of his arm. That was the suicide attempt.
Like I said before, it's you call it suicide attempt. I call it a poor attempt at getting attention.
Oh, that's what it is.
Fuck it. If you're really serious about killing yourself in America, well, okay, no, I won't go there because I'm pretty sure that's.
Are you talking about involving our fine law enforcement?
I'm talking about a process that involves a 12-gauge shotgun
Oh.
and an
I thought
oral
I thought you were
orifice.
talking about suicide by cop. You know, whenever I'm in a thread, I'm probably gonna dox myself if anybody's been in these threads. But whenever I'm in a thread and somebody's like annoying the piss out of me, I usually just spam shotgun suicide pictures at them.
Actually, there's a I think it's a Norwegian death metal band that has their lead singer that blew his brains out with a double barrel shotgun, sort of double. That's their fucking album cover for the last album.
Nice.
Their lead singer that blew his brains out with a double barrel shotgun. But see, this is the thing. This tranny is clearly ganking the system. See, she's robbing
100%,
taxpayers. And I mean, there are people that can actually use this money, like homeless vets or people that, and I'm of the mind if you served your country in the military, you deserve to get financial benefits and support from your country. And this thing is taking money away from people like that, and it's horrible. In fact, if I ever figure out fucking cloning, and I take it, my world domination plan goes to fruition, this is one of the first people I'll fucking gas, because this is atrocious. I fucking hate shit like this. People like this needs to be fucking peacefully sunsetted. No, not peacefully.
Violently sunsetted. I'm not Ralph. You can
in Minecraft.
No, you can say whatever you want on this show. I pull no punches. But yeah, anyway, so let's pick up 202.
202. Okay. Motorcycle there.
Did you already hit play?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Fuck it. Let's just go.
I'm not you.
We're good. Just keep going. There's no sound, so it doesn't matter. Just read the words. It's amazing.
Oh.
That fucking picture. Oh, and like it has the best, sense for taking ridiculous photos. 3 months on hormones, guys. Oh yeah, someone called me fat, so it triggered anorexia. Yeah, well, the second rape. I was triggered by one of my hosts. It scared me so much that I ran away. And I stayed with a couple nights with a friend. Look at these photos coming up, man. I was so happy my depression lifted. I started to see how pretty I was.
Oh.
Yeah, and then things went from wonderful to awful. He got me really drunk. Look at this fucking picture, dude. Oh, and then he raped me. Look at that fucking transition. That.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the Sargon and say I wouldn't even rape you. No, literally, I wouldn't do that because I'm not into dicks and assholes.
Yeah, and then check it out. So, like, its goal is drinking and corsets.
Good morning, Lauren. I've just raped you.
Well, see, that's another fucking pet peeve of mine. I can't even afford alcohol. I have a bottle of brandy because that's a South African pastime. You'll normally drink a brandy and Coke. And I can't even fucking afford it. The bottle I have was donated to me by a relative. It's in my closet. It's standing there because I'm pretty sure if the government knew I had a fucking bottle of alcohol, they'd probably kick my door in and say, "Hey, dude, we really need to take that, and probably your guns as well, because
we're expropriating your brandy."
Yeah, expropriating my brandy, because and I mean I haven't drunk hard liquor in fucking how long? It's been like
hold on, the video says closed now. And I'm still fat, so it got the fucking corset all the way closed, and he's like, I'm still fat.
Oh no. Seriously, you know that meme that's like, I just want to leave I don't want to live on this planet anymore. This is the reason why. Yeah. No, seriously, we should take all these people, round them up, and put them on an island.
Are you talking about we should send them to, to some sort of summer camp?
No, I'm literally saying.
He's like, no, the real camps.
No, let's go fucking make Guam into a colony for these things. We'll put them there and we'll build a fucking wall.
All the blacks to Guam.
So that they can do. No, all the fucking these trannies and these faggots. We'll all put them into Guam. We'll build a wall around it so they can't get out, and we'll be like, there, you guys stay there. This is the tart box, and we'll send we'll send them all there. Fucking Bronx blogger, Ross, fake Ross, shit rat, fucking Crout and T. They're all fucking. We'll send Sargon there.
Get together and do gay ops on the island.
Yeah, we'll send Sargon there, and he'll be their fucking leader. But I don't know how successful he'll be there because he can't steal shit.
Alright, so this is I sent you that link. This is the last bit of lore that you need to catch yourself up on. This one does have a soundtrack, and it's the tranny's detransitioning video. So the tranny...
Wait, how do you detransition? Do you magically regrow your cock and balls or something?
Something like that. Hold on, I'll find you the link because there's a picture. The tranny was just arrested. What was it on the 7th of November?
Do I'll ask you this. If I watch this shit, do I have to like bleach my eyes afterwards?
Yes, that is a requirement.
Oh fuck.
I mean, there's.
You are aware my government is actively trying to fucking kill me. Now you want to me to fucking bleach my eyes. So I can't.
Actually, I was sent here by the government to assist in your suicide.
Oh yeah, you mean the one where I stab myself 50 times and shoot myself like 30 times in the back of the head? That's suicide.
Anyway, but no, this video is just a slideshow. It's more her tone and demeanor. It's interesting. So let me know when you hit play.
Is there audio
yes, there
in
is.
it? Okay, so I'll unmute and I'm playing now.
Greetings, dear ones. I thought it only fair to provide one last and final video as I take my leave from YouTube. As these videos have proved beneficial to those who are struggling through transition, the decision has been made to reactivate all of the videos on this channel. Christina, why are you leaving? We want to know when you did your laundry.
We never did find out about the laundry.
I am leaving, dear brothers and sisters, because I am detransitioning. Also, I have grown a lot over this past year and have moved beyond the need for 1,000 compliments to keep from slitting a vein. It should be noted
I don't think it actually ever slid one.
Order, and am now putting all of me into the work of the priesthood. For all of you who are struggling through your transitions, know yourself, look inwards, and when you think you've found it, look deeper. True happiness comes from within, not from without. Changing our bodies, alas, is like painting a masterpiece on a rotten wall. No matter how splendid the painting, the mold and the damaged medium will only ruin the whole work. The wall is us, and the damage and the mold are all of the obstructions that keep us from knowing the truth and bringing us happiness. The painting is all of the work we go through to paint the perfect picture of happiness in our lives.
Okay, now pause it. I have to say something here.
Yeah.
This thing fucking completely missed the point. The mold and the rot. That's the shit they do to their fucking
I know.
bodies.
The first time I saw that, I was like, oh, she's talking about her, or he's talking about himself.
He's butchering himself, and it's like, no, that's the masterpiece. That's the plastic. No.
All right, click on that link before we go back to the video. Click on the link I sent you. I'll pull it up here on stream. It's just a mugshot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I already opened it.
Oh yeah, so that's what it looks like now, as of 7 days ago. So.
As of
yeah. Look at the arrest date on it.
It's in California.
Mm-hmm.
I would figure that would be. Isn't it illegal to arrest trannies in California?
Well, maybe it was released by released because of it.
And in fact, it's calling them a male. Fucking
Well,
hate
no,
crime,
remember,
guys.
it detransitioned, so it turned back into a male.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
point,
so
good point.
they're totally allowed to be arrested now, because it's a man.
I thought that they were committing a hate, but it didn't rename itself, so it's still Christina.
Yeah.
It's no longer. So you.
I don't get it
maybe
either. Arrested for.
Okay, chat. You need to donate money so that we can help this tranny, recovering tranny, to fund the renaming transition, because they spend all their money on meth and crack and shit like that, so they can't afford this shit.
Yeah.
We need to help this
Chat just said that this dude was arrested for detransitioning.
Wrong thing.
Yeah, not allowed in California. You cannot keep your winky.
Get back into the box, you
faggot. Get it back into the box, you non-faggot. How dare you be straight in this country?
Yeah, I was about to say that, and then I realized, yeah, fuck it. If in South Africa, you can actually legit get arrested for shit like that. They'll call it hate speech or shit like that. So if somebody actually ever managed to figure out my nuts, I'm fucking screwed.
Oh, dude. You and everyone on this damn site now. So how long do you think it'll be until PayPal yanks it from StreamMe?
I have no idea. It's right. Let's just say with Ralph coming to PayPal to StreamMe, it might be sooner rather than later. But
14. The chat says one says a month or two, and someone else says 14 days.
Yeah, 14 days, 88 hours.
Oh.
Or
88 minutes. Oh, look, patio furniture is here. Anyway, where are you at?
Is that a... let's see. I'm at 1:32.
Right, let me know when you're done.
And playing now.
Husband or gorgeous wife, or that shiny red new car, all the while failing to
Definitely
see
fake Jim in the
real
chat.
reasons we are unhappy is inside. When we desire or long for something,
The music on this
we
is
don't
amazing,
have,
by the way.
envying those who do, we become fanatical.
It's so
It's like a
uplifting.
MasterCard commercial.
I would have become angry. Verily, I say unto you,
And it's loud.
to be sure that what you have found is lasting. The definition of what is real is that which never changes. So with that, dear friends, I leave you. Blessings be.
And you can clearly see the person that actually edited this video has no fucking idea how to use a video editor, because literally the music is louder than the person speaking at one point. You can't hear a fucking word they're
I
saying.
feel personally attacked there.
Wait, did you
No,
do
no,
this?
I didn't. I was talking because I started, my audio was really shitty.
No, I'm saying the music is like louder
Yeah,
than
it
the...
gets louder and louder the longer it goes, too. Do you guys want to stick with this? Because we could go to the video about her being forced to make porn for George Bush, and if she if she doesn't, then they will kill Rand Paul.
Well, where the fuck do you find these guys? But yeah, I actually have to.
Oh yeah.
Take my
Thank you
leave.
very much for coming on. Thanks for talking about South Africa. Anytime you want to hop on the, I'm always in the Discord. You're always welcome to hop on, boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
if you
very
see
much.
me on a voice here,
I'll keep that...
I'm streaming, so you'll be live if you hop in.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. I will actually say this is one thing I didn't mention it. Like I said, I love guns.
Mm-hmm.
I actually recently got well, it was a gift from my aunt. It's the oldest gun in my collection. It's a 1876 I think 1876 Martini Henry.
Yeah. He's a Zulu gun.
Yeah.
From the
Actually,
Zulu Wars.
from what I understand, it was one of the guns left behind after the British got their ass kicked by the Zulus. Then the Boer came in and they took the guns, and that's where that one came from. Currently, its barrels full of lead, and it needs to be fully restored. But
luckily, there's a lot of videos on restoring Martini Henrys, because in the United States, there were a bunch Martini Henrys from Tibet. They were found in a palace in Tibet, and they were all shipped over here to Atlanta Cutlery.
Oh, fuck you! I'm not a basketball American. I fully object to this.
What?
I'm not a basketball American. I object.
All right.
I did not. No, I'm just shitting with you, man. I'm not bothered by that. But actually, this is one thing that I am quite curious about, and I'll leave you with this. If I actually do end up going to America and I get citizenship, would that make me an African American?
That would make you an African American, yes. All right. Well, I'd like to say thank you for being my very first guest on my, first week of streaming. I hope to have you on again.
Yeah, it's been fun. Can I plug my channel?
Please do.
Link? It's BlackOnie free. That's it. It's I am on Streamy, and I'm going to stream on Saturday. Do you have a copy of Hearts of Iron?
No, but I've been thinking about picking it up. I'll send you some messages if I start into that.
If you get it by Saturday, I'm actually going to do a stream. It's called "Make the World Fascist."
Oh, cool.
And then ... in Hearts of Iron.
Big helper to the show, NPC, and on 88. Put your stream link in the chat for everyone.
Thank you very
I'll go
much.
ahead and...
Can you drop your stream link in Discord for me? I'll give you guys a follow.
Sure.
Because, you're actually pretty cool, and I think I'll like your.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll also invite you to my big clusterfuck of multi-streams. So anyway,
yeah,
BlackOnie.
If my country hasn't personally sunsetted me, I'll join in.
All right, BlackOnie. Thank you very much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure, man.
What a great guest.
Yeah, that was a really good guest. I think this is the first time that you've ever said anything on the show, NPC.
Yeah, well, I was having microphone problems before. Now with Discord, I finally got
Oh,
more.
at least your microphone sounds better than mine, probably. All right, yeah, that was a good guest. I was glad to have that. I'm still trying to get Josh on. Little fucking bastard won't answer my email. Let's I'm gonna go back and finish this Tom Segura thing because it's one of my favorites.
God, it's so weird. People ask me I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like, people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, you travel a lot, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Where should I go?"
I get letters from
I don't
guys.
fucking know you, man.
I'm getting all the Dick Masterson clips I can from Dr. Phil together, and we're gonna watch those after this.
Travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, "Hey, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation?" Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, "Oh, I hate the Asian world." And you're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that about you." "Yeah, I killed like 4 of them." What are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah. Now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer. Here's all I'm saying. I can't tell you where to go. I can tell you where not to go. Wherever they film the first 48 on A&E. Now, if you're not familiar with the show, here's what it is. camera crews follow real homicide detectives for the first 48 hours after a murder. And the reason that that time distinction is so important is that after 48 hours, they give up on that murder. They're like, that's some old shit. What do you want to do today? You're like, how about you keep trying to solve that murder, man? That shit happened on Monday. It's Wednesday. We're not going to solve that shit. Really. There are so many amazing moments on that show. So many. A lot of the episodes take a similar path. I'm blown away, first of all, at how many times there's a witness to a murder. It's crazy. I always thought murders happened in dark alleys. Nobody saw shit. No. Every other episode, they're like, you see that shit? And I was like, I saw that shit, yeah. Where? Right fucking here. Really, I was standing here, and then he killed that dude there. Like, what'd he look like? He was like 5'2" to 6'8", something like that. And they're like,
I'll tell you guys about the drive-by I witnessed after the... actually, I'll do it right now. So, I lived in the hood, and it was on a grid system, so the streets are, you know, perpendicular to each other. And one guy was at a stop sign, the other guy was at the opposing stop sign. I guess they realized who each other were, and just kind of like jousted. So like they both drove forward and started shooting at each other, and the guy on the right lost, swerved into a into a fence, kind of fell out of his car, got up, ran, stumbled, and died in my neighbor's yard. So yeah, that was interesting.
the fucking description you're gonna give us? Uh-huh. Anything else about him? Yeah, he had ears too. Thanks, man. No problem. They still will sketch that shit out. And they show it to people. Do you know this guy? And everyone's like, nah. But then one guy will be like, yeah! That's Cricket right there. You're like, oh shit. You know him? I've been knowing Cricket 27 years. What's his real name? Man, that's just Cricket. I don't even know. Stop being white and weird. That's a perfect fucking impression, and you know exactly who that was, okay? Yeah, it's a black guy, and he's wearing a wife beater, and he's got on a dirty hat, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And he looks like he's about 33, but you find out he's 76 years old. And he speaks super aggressively to the cops. I've been out here for a minute! And they're like, all right, Jesus Christ. When was the last time you saw him? He came through with jellyfish last week. They were looking for some smoke. And they're like, all right, Jesus Christ. They always cut to the whitest detective from that guy, too. They cut from that guy to the guy who's like, I don't think he's gonna help us out. We're gonna have to find Cricket on our own. That show has the best moment in television. It's the most dramatic thing you could ever see. Because it's real life, and that is the interrogation. The interrogation is amazing. Because here's the thing about drama. If you want to have a great, dramatic moment, raise the stakes. Guess what? There's no higher stakes than somebody being questioned about taking somebody else's life. It's inherently compelling television. It is also super serious. But the detectives insist on using the suspect's street name, so the whole thing turns into a fucking cartoon. Like, they're literally like, your life is on the line. We need to talk to you. Why don't you have a seat? Little stank, why don't you sit down for a second? Did you or did you not know Dookie shoes? I don't know no Dookie shoes. I got a picture of you hanging out with Dookie shoes. I mean, I seen them. I don't know. And then they'll throw one bit of evidence against the wall, hoping it'll solve the case. They'll be like, well, we were talking to Naamin, and he said that you were at the 7-Eleven last week. And he'll be like, yeah, I shot him in the face. And you're like, God damn, really? That's all it took to break you? Dude, lie. Lie for longer. You can kill somebody, you can't lie for 10 fucking minutes about it? Like, dudes will break on anything. They'll be like, we heard you had on a blue shirt last Friday. Yeah, I stabbed those 4 people. Dude, a lot of people have blue shirts, man. You can still get out of this. Here's what I've learned watching that show, okay? Lawyer up. You can't handle that shit. Everybody's like, I'm gonna talk to the cops and straighten this whole thing out. You're gonna do 25 to life. Have fun with that, man. Nobody asked for a lawyer. I've seen 300 people get interrogated on this show. 2 of them were like, can I talk to a lawyer? And both times the detectives were like, fuck! And then at the end of those episodes that said on the screen, all charges against Tayshawn were dropped. Or Jim, pick a fucking name. Let's be honest, there's no Jims on the show. I've seen every episode, and none start with, hey, Bryce, can we talk to you for a second, man? Where were you last Friday? I was over at Tanner's house. Then Skylar had a party, so we went over there. And then we picked up Connor and we had pancakes.
Hospital. I didn't know he was in hospital. I didn't know he was in induced coma. I never got to hold him. I never got to hug him. I never got to say goodbye.
8 years ago, 20-year-old Jack Chapman fell in love with an American man called Dylan.
It was a devotion. It was like some sort of clan, family, like a cult. And to prove their devotion to him, they had to change their bodies.
Now she's about to confront the man she holds responsible for Jack's death.
You abused him. That's my son. That's my Jack. What sort of person injects into their freaking balls? What sort of person does that? Get out of my house! I hate you!
What the fuck?
There's nothing more liberating and freeing to a woman than chauvinism. A woman has no responsibilities because I don't expect her to get anything right. All women are whores. They trade sex for money, they trade sex for cars. How is prostitution illegal, but alimony isn't? They're basically the same thing. You're paying for the whore to leave. A penny saved is a woman fired. Women make horrible employees. Women should not be allowed to vote. It's ridiculous. A woman president would be a disaster. Women know in their hearts that women cannot make decisions. A woman would never vote for Hillary Clinton. She embarrassed herself by not pleasing her man, essentially. And women know it. Oh, women are only good for having kids. Unfortunately, they're not very good at raising them. Hitler was raised by a single mother. Men have created everything you see in the world. Men invented electricity. Men invented cures for diseases. Every brick you see is there because a man put it there. The only thing women really do with their time is spend men's money. Men, this is what you look like to a woman. This is all they're after. Women can't do math. They can't be organized. Can't lead a company. They can't take risks. They can't drive for crap. You can't blame women for what they do wrong in the same way that you can't blame a dog for what it does wrong. It's your fault for not training it properly. Oh, come on. The booing sounds distinctly high-pitched.
You think?
Yeah. There's a lot of men that agree with me, I think, that I didn't hear from.
And by the way, he's not an actor. I know that this is so outrageous.
I love that Dick was able to fucking fool everyone. That was just so amazing. By the way, like, I've drank Monster Ultra since way before the 30-year-old boomer memes, and I felt personally attacked by them. Just saying.
Okay, he's a plant here to typify the really ridiculous. But your whole life is centered around, you even have a website, menarbetterthanwomen.com.
I have a website, menarbetterthanwomen.com. I educate thousands of new men daily to the art of chauvinism.
Do you agree that you're judgmental?
Sure. I think everyone is.
Yeah, and because we ask you several questions. You said if you see a
People
woman...
get so fucking, like, unnerved by if you if they expect you to be apologetic with their public shaming, like, well, how do you explain this? Yada 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 yada. And you're just like, all right. They're like, well, how do you explain this, huh?
Driving an expensive car.
She's owned.
She's owned.
By the way.
Absolutely.
And what do you mean when you say lesbians are faking it?
Yeah, all women are lesbians. They do it to get attention. The act of sex cannot exist without a man.
What did you say? Yes, ma'am. Stand up
fucking
right
love
here.
Dick.
Okay, who's this directed to?
The gentleman in the glasses that hates women. I want to know if he ever had a date.
I love this woman. She is so fucking rustled.
And with anybody?
I don't hate women. Now, I'm sure you have multiple
Yeah, I
blouses,
don't. Dick probably isn't really trolling.
multiple pairs of pants at home, but you chose these because they were your favorite. They were better than the others. That doesn't mean you hate the ones you didn't wear. I don't hate women. Men
What
are
does that have to do with having a date?
Men are better than women. Yes.
That's not answer my question. And
I'm
take
sure-
those stupid glasses off.
I'm sure
Show us
Dr.
your
Phil
eyes.
can
Look
back
at
me
us
up on
directly and
this.
show us how you look.
Women line up to date guys like me, and you've had them all on your
I don't see
show.
any women lined up at all. I don't see any women lined up to you, and I would definitely be at the end of that
The Black Knight 98. Thanks for your little gift there. I didn't see that until just now.
line.
Well, if you hit the treadmill a little more, you'd be at the front. What was that?
I didn't hear you because I'm sure it was something.
She pulled a Tariq Nasheed. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Can y'all hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Stupid, and I'm glad I didn't hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't either. Yeah.
This is just so fucking great. I love Dick Masters, and Dick is my hero. We would all be a lot better with more Dick in our life.
Who say the things I say help them deal with how they've been wrong in the past. What I say, I believe, is true. Women are happy when they're homemaking. I say women are happy when they're cleaning. Women are happy when they're providing for a man.
The advice that you're giving may be your opinion, but you really have no basis for it. There might have been a basis for it in the 40s or 50s, but there is no basis for it today.
If this house is a microcosm of the world, I think what I say about men and women have been proved by the microcosm that is this house. Women are self-destructive and they're closed-minded. That's why I say men are better than women, because our emotions do not control us. Our impulses are better suited for life.
Well, let me tell you something. We don't have enough time for me to tell you all of the ways in which you're wrong. What you're espousing is not only destructive, it's dangerous, because it is the
Not
same
addressing the actual points. He's just saying, "Oh, Vey, it's scary. Shut it down."
philosophical underpinnings that you will find in any prejudice. Stereotypical categorizations are dangerous.
Yeah, I'm really salty at the Dr. Phil show for not fucking airing this shit, or, you know, they fucking destroyed artwork here.
Destructive. Now, for you, since you don't have much of a platform and you don't have much of a voice and you don't have much influence.
Let me just talk down to you some because I don't like what you're saying. Completely illustrating my point.
Doesn't matter. But it should matter to you in your life. It should matter to you in your world. Any intelligent person, including you, knows that. It doesn't mean you can't be argumentative about it. It doesn't mean you can't make a good...
I do not think what I'm doing is destructive. I think that women today are becoming increasingly unhappy, and many studies will show this, precisely because the expectations put on them to be equal to men are too high. And I think that ultimately chauvinism and how I treat my chauvinism is a good thing.
You're going to wind up ultimately alienating yourself from a lot of really nice, good people. You have a hateful website.
I disagree.
I know you do.
I disagree.
And that's how I think you're unhappy. I think your compass is off. That's a hateful website, and it's just wrong. And I don't think that there are many women in the world that would read that and not be offended.
I hope no women read
I
it.
understand that. And you say that as though that makes it okay. The fact that you still embrace that leads you in a wrong direction. I think you say a lot of things for impact. I think you believe some of it, but I think you say a lot of things for impact. And I don't think you're near as toxic as you come across on your website.
Oh, what is this?
Say for the sake.
We'll have to fucking go after that shit.
But this is not the one, I can tell you that for sure. This is what I'm afraid of.
He doesn't even know who he is. This is a commercial enterprise for him.
That's not entirely fair, I think.
You have absolutely no motivation to change because you're trying to sell tickets.
Dr. Phil accused me of being here to sell my book, which of course I am. But that doesn't mean you don't have to answer to the claims I'm making.
Dick obviously makes no bones about being a showman.
That's the video, not.
Men off completely. So I decided to send them out on a social experiment to see who Dick and Shirley would select as a potential match for each other.
I'm looking forward to this because I get an excuse to check out girls all night.
I don't want to ask you what you look for in a woman because I want it to be my perception.
Close your eyes like we're driving through Hollywood and the billboards are going to clue you. I'm gonna pick a guy for Shirley who looks wholesome, maybe even someone high up in the church.
Are you?
No, have a seat. This is part of chauvinism.
Now she's cute. Look at those legs. She's got some nice legs.
She had a lot of things.
She's a little out of your league, but I didn't mean that as an insult.
Right.
She probably wouldn't go out with you.
Really?
Well, I mean, if she wasn't into money, she would be cute for you.
Shirley agrees with a number of my views, whether she admits it or not. She said a woman was out of my league simply because I wasn't rich enough. That's what I say all the time. Women are just after money. Think I look cool. Well dressed.
Wearing worn shoes. Man's got to wear nice, expensive loafers, Italian loafers, and he's good to go. Neither one. They're aren't big enough for you. Am I right?
Can they be? When it comes down to it, Shirley nailed it on her assessment of what I would like to date. You know what? That guy's perfect for you. He's classy. He's got a full head of hair. That guy's a great guy. I think you'd be able to rely on him, where you haven't been able to rely on him.
He's probably married. The older gentleman would have been nice, but his voice pitch was really high. And then I saw him drinking hard liquor, which would have been a turn off to me.
If she writes off guys for either having funny voices, not wearing the right kind of shoes for her, or the last excuse was that all the good guys are married, then yeah, she's doomed to be alone.
I don't think that Dick
I haven't seen this part before.
believes that he's superior to women. He likes to pretend, but there's a lot deep down inside there that Dick's not showing.
As opposite as these two are, it's interesting to see how Shirley and Dick seem to know exactly what the other would be attracted to.
I think that he really does care a lot more than he thinks he cares. Or he came across like, oh, screw women, they're whores. But I've seen him do different. I mean, he really tried to help Crystal. It's not really chauvinistic at all.
See, and I don't think so either, but I think that's why I'm here. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about chauvinist pigs like myself. I don't sit down with a woman and say, oh, I think you're a whore. No, this is silly. I think women should be cared for like plants.
Like plants.
All right. I got to slice some onions, which I got to without crying, which is pretty manly. I think you'll agree.
How about you?
I think I'm having a better impact in the world right now.
You're not saying that you're perfect.
Absolutely not.
So what can you do better?
I think the best thing we can do is focus on our goals, which I'm doing. My philosophy before I came into the Dr. Phil house is that men are better than women. Now I couldn't agree with myself more. Just because what I say sounds harsh doesn't mean necessarily that actions based on it are.
As I predicted, you really don't have a change that you intend to make. This is pretty much a marketing thing for you.
I can't say that it's not a marketing thing, but I did come into this with an open attitude, and everything I say about women has come true in this house. When Dr. Phil challenged my motives for being here, that left an impression with me, because it appeared to me like he didn't respect my reasons for being here. And a man like Dr. Phil, it's important to have the respect.
what you're selling. Just lumping men into one category, saying men want it vulgar, men want it straight. That's just another generalization. That's just not true.
I think I'm having a better impact in the world right now.
You're not saying that you're perfect.
Absolutely not.
So what could you do better?
I think the best thing we can do is focus on our goals, which I'm doing. My philosophy before I came into the Dr. Phil house is that men are better than women. Now I couldn't agree with myself more. Say, sounds harsh, doesn't mean necessarily that actions based on it are.
As I predicted, you really don't have a change that you intend to make. This is pretty much a marketing thing for you.
I can't say that it's not a marketing thing, but I did come into this with an open attitude, and everything I say about women has come true in this house. When Dr. Phil challenged my motives for being here, that left an impression with me, because it appeared to me like he didn't respect my reasons for being here. And a man like Dr. Phil, it's important to have their respect.
What you're selling is just lumping men into one category, saying men want it vulgar, men want it straight. That's just another generalization. That's just not true.
There is a huge amount of men who love it. That means saying some vulgar things in a vulgar way to provide humor.
The vulgarity doesn't bother me. It's the ugliness of the message.
I don't think my message is hateful because men need to hear things as directly and sometimes as brutally as possible.
He loves women. I told him he's just waiting for the right one.
The title is Men Are Better Than Women, not that women are crap.
Yeah, and that's just an idiotic statement. It would be idiotic to say it the other way. It would be idiotic to say women are better than men. And you're right. Some woman will get a hold of him and change him, and you'll see things a little differently. I know you don't think so, but
I wonder
the day
how
will
pissed
come
Dr. Phil
that you
is
will wish you
like,
hadn't said a lot of the things
anyone
that
ever
you
brings
said.
this up.
That's entirely possible. One day, maybe I'll look back and say, what a stupid thing to say. If I'm going to be changed into a happier person when I meet a good woman, then I'll be so happy I won't even care about looking foolish.
I think
There's nothing more liberating and freeing to a woman than chauvinism. Women make horrible employees. Women should not be allowed to vote. It's ridiculous. A woman president would be a disaster. Women know in their hearts that women cannot make decisions. A woman would never vote for Hillary Clinton. She embarrassed herself by not pleasing her man, essentially. And women know it. Oh, women are only good for having kids. Unfortunately, they're not very good at raising them. Hitler was raised by a single mother. Men have created everything you see in the world. Men invented electricity. Men invented cures for diseases. Every brick you see is there because a man put it there. The only thing women really do with their time is spend men's money. Men, this is what you look like to a woman. This is all they're after. Women can't do math. They can't be organized. Can't lead a company. They can't take risks. They can't drive for crap. You can't blame women for what they do wrong in the same way that you can't blame a dog for what it does wrong. It's your fault for not training it properly. The booing sounds distinctly high-pitched.
You think?
Yeah. There's a lot of men that agree with me, I think, that I didn't hear from.
Yes.
For sure. Maybe
Oh man, I think we're out of dick.
Surely.
There might be a few more. Nope. Alright, let's see what this shit is.
Of argument, there's this feminist media critic whose work you respect. Being an internet-savvy human in the information age, you sometimes share your opinions of her work on your various social media platforms. And you've noticed, whenever you speak positively of her, many different people come out to yell the same handful of things at you. It usually starts with...
Maybe if you didn't do the same stupid shit, people wouldn't yell the same shit. I think this one's
Here's what I want to do today. We're going to play a game, and this is a game really that gives you an opportunity to look at some of the things you may be doing that are causing you to not get what you want in your life, particularly as it relates to relationships and in your work environment with children, with friends.
There's 7 games on this easel that we call self-defeating games. One at a time, I'm going to ask you to pick one of these games, and then I'm going to ask you to give a specific example of the time in your life when you played this game.
I'm gonna play the nice guy because it's something that's happening like right now. I have a friend that did a favor for me about a year ago, and then he came to me and wanted me to watch his cats. I like cats, my wife hates cats, my kids don't really care, but we don't have pets, and she's like, okay, well, for 2 weeks. I told him I was getting ready to leave to come here, and rather than actually saying, I want you to come get your cats because my wife doesn't want to watch them, and I'm not gonna ask the kids to because I told you I would do it, I just kind of hinted around rather than saying, you need to come get your cats. So then
Does this dude, like, cry in the corner, or is he the type that will prep the bowl?
I leave, and now they're stuck taking care of the cats. They don't want either, and it's been over a month. Actually, it's been a month and a half. Way longer than 2 weeks.
So you just have new cats.
And that's pretty ridiculous.
So what could you have won for you had you not played that self-defeating game? I mean, had you come up and said, look, you know, gonna be out of town, you need to come get your kitty cats. So what were you afraid of losing?
I was afraid of losing the friendship.
So what could you have won for
But
you?
But what I could have won was, I could have won respect with my wife.
Hey, chat. You know what happens when your wife don't respect you, right?
Good example.
Using the game, don't participate. Yesterday...
Shocking. A black girl needs to not participate in things. Do you think she's the type that goes and antagonizes her man to the point where he has to, like, lay some Sean Connery up upside her fucking head?
We're going on the boat trip, and I guess the boat trip was supposed to be exercise to, like, help with teamwork and things. I just decided to stay in the van, and I'm like, screw this, I don't want to participate. And it was like a sign of control. It was like all the focus was on me, and I'm just like, I don't know, like, I didn't want to get on the boat. I'm not gonna lie, I do like attention sometimes. And either if it's negative or positive, I was getting negative attention. I didn't really like the negative attention.
Yeah, you
But
did.
I'm like, dang, like these people really like or dislike something about me. It was like the fact that I hold that much power that everyone would just focus on me like complaining or saying that.
This person should be peacefully removed from the planet. People that think like this are terrible people. They abuse everyone around them. And they take advantage of Mr. Mohawk type people. You know, the nice people that'll actually do shit for you. Even though if he is, you know, sticking his tongue up the black guy's asshole while he fucks his wife. But, you know.
Which
Yeah,
to me
I
is like
fully
super
agree with
minor
that.
compared to a lot of other issues going on in the house.
Did you gain some confidence? Did you gain some enhanced self-respect?
Yeah, definitely.
So-
I want
You
self-respect.
didn't notice I popped back in,
Yeah,
eh?
I
Who wants to go?
I know exactly what you're looking
Okay,
for now. I think.
specific example.
Yeah, well, my
I have
quest to
a
find
friend.
myself some sustenance miserably failed, so I just made myself a sandwich and grabbed a bottle of water, and I figured, oh, well, fuck it, I'll, seeing as my tech support isn't here to help me set up my fucking shit, I'll just come annoy you some more.
Alright, fair enough. You got the stream up there, right?
No, yeah, I have the stream up. I actually figured I was going to come in here and say, yo, what's up? I'm a basketball American, and now give me all your fucking money, or I'll pop a cap in your
No,
ass.
see, you lost it there, because, you should have come in and said, hey, we want Gibbs. But...
wait, isn't that an Australian?
No, that's the Murdoch,
Oh, yeah, well, you see, I haven't actually watched Murdoch.
Oh, well, I will actually be streaming it while, because I work third shift, so I'm actually that's why I'm up all night and while I'm streaming, is because I sit here and I work and I stream while I'm working.
I just assumed you were a vampire or something like that.
Well, I mean, that too. But yeah.
Gotta drink the blood of them children to stay alive.
You know, after funny you said that, is after this Dick Masterson clip, I was gonna move on to Hollywood and the pedophile stuff.
Well, you can always play the ghost. That guy's fucking hilarious.
I need to get some of his clips so I can soundboard him, like him like smashing cans. Like whenever I get mad, I can just push that button and make the can smash noise.
Well, I'm assuming you haven't watched Saddam's postmortem,
No,
right?
I don't really tune into his postmortem very often.
Well, Gus actually retired.
Oh yeah.
Again. Again. So yeah,
Sargon, I am not telling you shit about my personal life, you doxer.
No, you want to know what his job is? I'll tell you what his job is. He's a professional tard wrangler.
Yeah.
He's keeping you all in the chat.
I get. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm just messing
you're all
with
good.
you.
But I'm gonna go back to this Dick Masterson clip. You want me to send you the link?
Oh yeah, sure. You can send it to me. And remember, if I'm being too fucking annoying, you can just tell me to fuck off.
I have a mute function. I'll just mute you. There's a clip.
Yeah, but because
I'm at
because I have a fucking. Okay. Let's. Where's it? Did you send it on Discord or in the stream
voice
chat?
In the Discord. That way others can.
Okay, voice. Voice chat.
It's directly above
there we go.
The call room.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
All right. 247.
Fucking. My internet's being a dick. Okay, pause. 247.
It's not some floppies coming with a cell jammer to come kill your family, is it?
No comment.
Jesus
on that.
Christ. All right, I'm hitting play now.
Okay.
A big guy who I am sure owes me $200. I haven't brought it up really because $200 isn't worth the pain in the ass that it might be to some people. It's not worth it to me. I guess you could say I was playing the nice guy at it.
What are you afraid of?
I don't think I would be afraid of losing him as a friend or having the confrontation.
Okay. But you have the situation and you're saying, I'm not going to go and do anything about it. I'm going to play the nice guy. So, I mean, all the years I've played this game, I mean, the first thing that people will usually say is, so I was afraid of losing control. How did Aaron go for it?
I'm going to pick number 2, play the nice guy.
Remember, one of your examples needs to be number 5 or number 7.
I was so afraid to really voice what I was feeling at times about Kim, as far as calling out things, pointing out things to her, as far as being able to accept criticism and really like telling her, look, this is what I feel the problem is.
Jesus Christ, these low IQ monkeys are getting on my nerves.
I want you to be specific. Give me a specific example.
I am, and don't cut me off. I'm not done.
Okay.
Just fucking...
I mean, it's not general. It's a specific instance.
No,
this
like
retard doesn't understand what's going on here. She's so low IQ.
Mr. Dr. Phil
Well,
was in here.
she's on the show for one reason.
And you just got so defensive, like, oh, man.
That's probably the same reason Dick Masterson was on the show.
I know. Gosh,
Well,
like, give me a break. Okay?
Well, not the same reason, but...
I don't like him. And the way he talks aggravates me.
Misogynies in the chat said
him
no
bugs
IQ.
me.
It's not low IQ, it's
Like when
no
you just
IQ.
got so upset and did not.
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
you
no,
shut
that's
down, didn't wanna
completely
hear
correct.
What you were, you know, the criticism.
But I felt it wasn't fair.
No.
And I just, I was afraid to voice that to you. I was afraid of losing your trust.
Sounds like an
and
infant as
I
well.
was
Or
afraid
not
of
an
it,
infant, like a
of
toddler,
losing
or you know, like a young
closeness
child.
that you felt between you and I.
I don't even want to imagine
What
that.
could you have won?
I
I'm not
bet
sure I
you
understand how
the
that's
guy
self-defeating,
she's
but that's
fucking,
okay.
she
What could
calls
you
him
have won in
daddy.
that
I don't see why you don't see.
I've only
I have
had one
problems with you.
girlfriend
I'm not
that's
gonna
like,
answer questions.
it was
Move on
into
to him.
like the whole
Well,
daddy
no, you
thing.
Move on.
It was
I'm
freaky.
just not gonna answer you.
So you just want to sit there
Well,
and
at
do
least
nothing?
you didn't say, see, Papa.
Well, no, you don't need to
Give it
leave.
to me. Give
I'm
it to
not
me.
talking to him.
Give it to me,
I don't
Papa.
feel I have to participate in any
Look at that.
exercise that
Women
he
always like stomp off.
introduces. I'm not doing it.
Nope, not doing it. Alright, so... Oh god, somebody sent a Whoopi video. Ghost sex. This guy's kind of a beta cuck, but he's really funny. So the next video is in voice chat.
Okay, I will pull that up. Holy shit! This dude, does he take soy pills or something?
Yeah, this guy's
like
got to
that?
be like on a all soy diet.
Not only that, is he a fucking ginger?
Yeah, he's a ginger. Oh man.
How the fuck does that work? You're a soy ginger. That's like you get the bottom of the barrel and then you get the fucking floor, and this guy's underneath the floor of that. That's how fucking bad this is. A fucking soy-faced ginger. Beta cut.
Alright, well...
God must hate this person. Like,
I
seriously.
really do think that God hates anyone that has red hair. That's a known fact. But let's hit play. Ready? Let me know when you go.
And I'm going.
What time it is? It's your boy, Skinny Penis. My last video, bit of a doozy. Kinda did pretty well, I would say. Yeah, I think so. I would say overall it went pretty well. But today, we're not gonna be talking about kids going on Tinder dates. No, we're gonna be talking about something we can all laugh at. Maybe do something a little less serious this time. Today we're gonna be talking about fucking a ghost. putting a ghost cock in your mouth. Strap in. Okay, strap on. I'm open. I'm an open guy. Okay, I'm open to sex. I'm open to sex with anything. What I mean is, I'll give this lady a chance. Let's see what she has to say. Gotta put the old cans on. I gave up men to have sex with ghosts.
I was living with my fiance.
Yeah.
And he was working away a lot. We just moved into a new house in Hereford. After a while, he was going away maybe 1 week, 2 weeks at a time. I started to feel kind of like a presence, maybe, I guess you could call it.
Oh, no. Of course you named this fucking amethyst. I'm sorry, but if you're named after a goddamn geode, I trust you less. I'm gonna go right out and say it. Amethyst, quartz looking ass. That's already a bad sign. Amethyst.
She's from England.
Claims she's had.
And
Oh
she wants
God,
to
I just
fuck
read
ghosts.
the subtitle.
Get out.
Claims to have sex with more than 15 ghost lovers.
Even when it came up behind you and you could feel its breath on your neck, that still didn't freak you out.
Not at all, no.
So then you decided that you would take it to
And
the next
I hit
level.
the wrong
and
button. I didn't mean to hit the door one. I meant to hit the out of my mind.
you dressed in a very
Well, if
sexy
you think about
negligee.
it could just be one ghost pretending to be 15 different ghosts.
Are you saying it's like that guy that keeps going back at the glory hole?
Actually, after this video, I have a funny story for you.
Yeah, go for it.
chat
We're already paused at 1:30.
Okay, at one. Okay,
1 minute,
so
30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Here in South Africa, we actually had a very interesting case. Well, like I said, I know a bit of legal shit that goes on here in South Africa. I've actually been in South African jails, and it's fucking
Degenerate.
horrendous. But yeah, I'll give you a fun fact about that as well. My employment requires me to move through these things. But then anyway, a case popped up about a woman that claimed she was raped. Now, basically what happened was, she was lying in her shack, and her husband came in, and yeah, he got on top of her and he started pounding the shit out of her, and yeah, well, I don't know why it took her like 5 or 6 minutes to realize that the dude on top of her, like pounding her, wasn't her husband.
Wait, why was she laying in her shed naked though?
I have no fucking idea. It's probably an African thing.
It's probably an African thing. Like, so this guy's just walking down the street, sees some bitch laying with her ass up, is like, all right, is that rape? I don't really think that's rape then.
Well, no. Basically, what we do here, what we have here in South Africa is, if you don't, basically, let's say X and Y agrees to have sex. Well, but X doesn't tell Y his name is X. He tells her his name is Z or Z. So she thinks X is Z or Z.
So basically,
he fucks her,
having sex with someone under false pretenses
is considered rape in South Africa.
Fuck that.
And that's why this. And that is why. But another interesting case that happened here in South Africa is a guy, his girlfriend was actually employed in as a store clerk, and he came in and they started fucking in the storeroom of the storage area of the store, and while they were busy fucking, her boss walked into the store and she was like, "No, dude, stop! I need to fucking
I have to deal with
get
this."
back." And he was like, "No, fuck, bitch. I'm gonna let you you gonna let me finish, bitch." And he fucked her to completion. And basically, they made a rape case about this. And the court was like, "Well, did he pull out after you said no?" And then did he go back in? And she was like, "No, he just went on and on and on." And then they were like, "Oh well,
That's not technically
if he
rape.
did pull out." Then it would have been rape, but no, sorry, that's not rape. You gave consent. You can't revoke it while he's still inside you. Sorry, tough luck. And this was legit the case that happened here in South Africa. You can actually fucking pull this up. When you're going through the legal syllabus, this will be asked of you. You will get a question. If you are extremely lucky, you will get a question revolving this case or a scenario of this case. I've got it at least twice through my legal studies, but that actually leads me on to another thing that I experienced in South Africa. Like I said, I've been in South African jails, though I've not been in them. I
You've
was
been around
legally
them.
required to visit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and while we were in it, it happened several times. This was the first time you start hearing singing. Like that black Mambazo or whatever the fuck, those black African choirs. Mm-hmm. You start hearing this go up, and I made the mistake of asking a prison guard why these people were starting to, why they were singing, and he said to me, basically they just placed a new guy in in one of the cells, and yeah, he's pretty much getting gang raped now, and they're singing to drown out his screams. and the guards know this. They know this is happening, but they're not doing anything about this. They're letting this guy get ass fucked. And our cells are pretty big, so there's at least 10, maybe 15 guys in that cell, and he's getting fucked by all of them. And yeah, maybe one of them actually has AIDS because we are the AIDS capital of the world, but that's the thing. When you hear singing in the South African jail, you are more than likely
going to get raped. Got it.
and that's one thing why I want to avoid South African jail, because I don't want to become some BBC's white snow bunny.
Well, here, let me. That actually reminds me of this. Here, just listen to it on the stream because it's fairly short.
Okay, let me...
Richard!
Dindus!
I thought I'd find you here!
What are you doing here?
I thought I'd find you here at the old glory hole!
I thought I told you to wait in the car.
It got hot in the car and you have the keys!
Candace, I'm kind of busy right now.
Richard, get out of that glory hole!
I can explain this.
13 years of marriage, and time after time, I find you back here at the old GD glory hole!
I'm sorry, I was weak.
Get out of the glory hole, Richard!
Okay, are you mad? Can we talk about this?
We can talk about this, but first, you need to get out of that glory hole!
I want you to know that you're 100% right, and I'm wrong. And
Get out of the glory hole!
Okay, I will. Candace, I love you, and I know we're meant to be together. But lately, it seems like, and maybe it's me,
All the time you're telling me this, and you have your thing stuck in that glory hole! You hate me, don't you?
Yes.
You said yes!
Oh, no, I wasn't saying yes to you. Sorry, I was saying yes to the glory hole.
I can't believe you can look me in the eye while some strange man is performing sin on you!
Whoa, who said anything about it being a man? That's the beauty of the glory hole, is that you don't know who's on the other side. It could be anybody from...
Richard, get out of the glory hole!
Okay, I will.
Get out!
I will.
Out of the glory hole!
Hold, wait, time out.
Get out!
Time out. Time out. Time out, Candace.
Richard!
Okay.
Get out!
All right, wait.
Out!
Shh.
Okay, what?
Did you hear that? Someone's in here. I heard someone get in here. Be quiet. Shh.
Rich!
Okay.
Get out!
I will.
Out
All right.
of the glory hole!
Wait.
Out of the glory hole!
Calm down! Get out! Just wait 1 second, please. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm finished.
That was pretty good. I love that one. Here. Yeah, here's one last one. Since we're talking about Africa and science.
Oh, this. Yeah, I see what you're watching. Yeah, no.
But I was actually thinking
the
about
fucking
this
mentally handicapped.
It was going to be one of the cabin
These
questions.
fuckers
How do
actually
we
believe
even
in
start
fucking
to
witch
deal with
calls.
science?
lightning to
Because
you.
Science is true because it is science, and you know what can you do?
Oh, yeah,
and
no.
my response to that was, if I personally were committed to enforcing decolonization, science as a whole
If I can
is a
find this
product
out,
of
I'll
Western
introduce you
modernity.
to something that is
The whole
actually
thing should
really
be
funny. Yeah.
scratched off,
You guys-
especially in Africa. So if you want practical solutions to how to decolonize science, we'd have to restart science from, I don't know, an African perspective,
going
from
to
our
mute
perspective, how
myself,
we've
so
experienced science. For
because I
instance,
talk to
I
myself.
had a question for all the science people is, there's a place in KZN, and they believe that through the magic, the black magic, you call it black magic, they call it witchcraft, others, that you are able to send a lightning to strike someone. So can you explain that scientifically? Because it is something that happens if
I need to address you directly. When we started this, we agreed on certain house rules. And by you doing that, you're disrespecting the sacredness of the space. And so,
Okay,
I'd
I
like to-
posted you something in a voice
All right.
chat.
It's just. Oh, Jesus. We have to decolonize science. How dare you laugh at us because we think stupid shit is real?
When you said witchcraft, it actually reminded me of this. I don't know if you've ever seen it. This is a South African made this.
I've never seen this. So,
Bad lawyer.
Alright, let me know when you want to start.
Okay, I'm playing now.
Mbuzi, sithole indlu ye-RDP eLimpopo. Net good la eLimpopo. Bad lawyer. At ngizloyi proof kusesemanje. Ibheji yabo mzela. Ubuhlali. I-sash, also known as safety belt. Bese ngishisa ngalezi zinto lezi zamandiya. Ezenza ukuthi indlu inuke njengesali. Bese ngiyazigcaba njengamaZulu. I-umbrella yensimbi enesibambo seraba ngeke waze washaye ngombane. Mbuzi kuyasambe. Bangiloye nge-engel. Mbuzi, kufunekala itayera nesituruturu sepetrol. Sahlangana nogogo omnyama. Siyamshisa. Obvious, uye usiluyile. Abogogo abaningi abamnyama badlala ibhola eLimpopo. Manje soshisa kwa. Mbuzi, sami soyenza itrap lejardi. Ama-nipples wami. Ama-nipples wami. Asemgogodla. La eLimpopo angeke. I'm going to fight Loying with Loying, Mike. La eLimpopo. Hello? Gogo Mloyi. Ungafika la eLimpopo. Ufike nini faso?
Well, basically, you saw how he was getting a tire with gasoline and a lighter. Yeah, she invented that shit. Yeah, but that's supposed to be Black Jesus.
Now, they
and
are
he,
the
he was like
ones who have invented-
trying to protect himself from witchcraft. Now, for those of you who don't know, yeah, and he the area he's referring to, Limpopo, that is a heavy witchcraft area. So he was going to burn up a granny, an elderly black lady, because that would be your
Shut
witch.
up, chat.
And
You're saying I'm muted.
And
I wasn't muted. I was just speaking telepathically with my South African friend here. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I might have been muted.
Well, hopefully they actually enjoyed that, because there are several more of those. But yeah, it's.
I think that's a little too region specific for us, man. we don't understand witchcraft or Black Jesus or tires. But I linked a video in voice chat. Let's take a gander at this one about Winnie Mandela and her fashion choices.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Winnie Mandela is such an unpleasant human being. Even the moment Nelson Mandela got a little bit of power, he kicked her ass to the curb and he married the dictator from Mozambique's old wife. What was his name? Samora Machel or something like that.
All right.
Okay, just let me know
I'm hitting play
you're
now.
ready.
Now, they are the ones who have invented the terror method of neck lacing.
In this barbaric way of reprisal, a tire is filled with kerosene or gasoline, placed around the neck of an alleged collaborator, and ignited. The victim may be a black policeman, a teacher, a soldier, a civil servant. It makes no difference. The atrocity is designed to terrorize blacks into ending all racial cooperation and to polarize South Africa as prelude to a final climactic struggle for power.
Mrs. Mandela, I appreciate your time. I hope this interview doesn't cause you any problem. Thank you very much for talking
She
with
looks
us.
like an evil cunt.
pleasure.
In
Oh, no,
South
she is
Africa,
the
Mrs. Winnie Mandela, wife of Nelson Mandela, who, if freed and was allowed to stand for election and a free vote, would almost certainly be Prime
All right, let's
Minister
pause
of
it
South
here.
Africa. And we'll be back.
So we're paused at 56 seconds. So let's talk about Nelson Mandela a little bit. I am far from a Nelson Mandela expert, but from everything I know is he was in jail for a valid reason, to the point where Amnesty International didn't stick up for him in his case.
Well, he literally blew up somebody.
Yeah.
He wasn't I believe, I might be speaking under correction, but from what I understand, they were all tried for planting a bomb that actually killed somebody.
So basically similar to that communist lady that resides in Cuba, if you're familiar with like the communist black communist struggle, the one that killed a cop, and something Shakur. I don't remember what her name is.
I think that was the Black Panther
Yeah.
lady that went over to. Yeah, I think I've heard of her before, but like I've said this on Rand stream as well. I'm fucking horrible with names,
Yeah,
so
I
I'll
am too.
like for instance Yuri Bezmenov. It took me a long time to fucking memorize that guy's name, because I was only referring to him as the fucking defected communist Asian that foresaw social justice.
Yeah.
As a communist plot, but the thing is,
There's another KGB defector guy that does talks that's really good. He went and worked for CBC after he defected.
Well, nah, actually, I haven't seen
I'll
that.
have to. You know what? I might do a spy tech and whatnot stream. Oh, and tomorrow I'm probably gonna stream, at least for the first half of the night, Angry Goy 2.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with Angry Goy 2, especially if you have Hitler.
Because I'm
when you have Hitler, you can beat it in one
I'm
sitting.
actually off tomorrow night, so I'll be able to actually, pay attention to what's going on.
Have some fun. But actually, we have a joke here about ANC saboteurs or bombardiers or whatever you call. there was a case where one guy was trying to blow shit up, and he accidentally managed to blow himself up.
I mean, that's a common, thing that happens, though.
And they nearly found every bit of him except for his right hand. His right hand went missing.
His right hand was probably vaporized.
They discovered his right hand about a week later trying to steal a car.
Wait, what? Oh. I get it, because it's a joke about blacks stealing shit. Like, even a severed hand from a black will go and steal your car.
Yeah.
I mean, that
there was legit a black dude that actually blew himself up by accident, something like that. And that's the joke they started making. It's like, oh yeah, well they found they recovered
That's actually really good. I like that one. All right, let's pick up with the video at 56 seconds. Let me know when you hit play.
And I am playing now.
With more in just a moment.
Thus, over the years, the media have enabled the ANC to present Mrs. Mandela in the tragic role of martyr's wife. Nelson Mandela is serving a term of life imprisonment for sabotage and advocating the overthrow of the South African government. His wife, Winnie Mandela, is able to speak to the media. For foreign consumption, she presents a picture of reasonableness and non-violence.
I have never personally believed
just shows
in
you the
any
two-faced
violence,
nature of blacks.
No sane person.
Pause it real quick there. I have something interesting. I'll post this in the side chat, and you can bring that up. It's related to good old Winnie. Have you ever heard of Stompie Seperi? Sepi? Shit, I can't pronounce this. We just refer to him as Stompie. Yeah, have you ever heard of him?
I have no idea what this is. So, go ahead and read it out while, because I can't read stuff out while I'm working.
I'll give you the law on this. This is basically a kid that Winnie Mandela, basically, have you ever heard of the Mandela United Football Club?
No, I am fresh new into looking into South Africa. That's why I wanted to have you on.
Well, this is basically it was a football club, but technically what it actually was a bunch of
so basically it was similar to a football firm in England, where it's just a bunch of hooligans that call themselves like a football club or football firm or whatever they call them.
Yeah, well, basically they were Winnie Mandela's bodyguards, and they were actually involved in murdering him. His name was Stompie Muketsi, or Sepi, or whatever. I can't pronounce that. See, even South Africans have fucking hard times pronouncing African names. But basically what happened was they thought he was collaborating with the government, so they murdered him. There was like 2 or 3 people, they kidnapped them and they accused them of being police informants, and they murdered them. And this was a 13-year-old kid. She fucking murdered a 13-year-old kid. And not only was he a 13-year-old kid, he was a fucking 13-year-old black kid. She ordered them to cut his throat and I think to light his body on fire. After they literally beat the crap out of him. There was like a group of them that beat the ever-loving shit out of this guy. And I mean, the joke is, you know how they say Charles Manson never murdered anybody? Well, the same can be said for Winnie Mandela. She never murdered
Winnie
anybody.
Mandela never murdered anybody. Wink, wink, egg away. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I mean,
what time code are you at?
Let's see. I'm at 1:31.
Right. Let me know when you hit play.
And I'm playing now.
In any violence.
For home consumption, the picture is quite different.
We have got in these hands our power, the people's power. We are not prepared for any so-called reforms to our party. The other regime can go to hell. Power to the people! Power to the people! We have stones, we have boxes of matches, we have
our necklaces, we shall liberate this country.
Now, it's significant on this business of necklacing that you had Winnie Mandela, the wife of Nelson Mandela, saying, "With our boxes of matches and our necklaces, we shall liberate this country." I can't see that it attacks the power of the South African government at all, except in stopping negotiation.
Well, as far as Winnie Mandela is concerned, to me, she was never really a leader. She has only gained the leadership or heroism because of her husband. It's just that, you know, the world is making people heroes of people that have not been known by us here in South Africa. The only person that I knew very well was her husband, Nelson Mandela, because I used to be a member of the ANC, the Women's League.
But Oliver Tambo himself said this, which is a mild slap on the wrist for the comrades. Of course, we are not in favour of necklacing. We don't like necklacing. But we understand its origins. It originated from the extremes to which people were provoked by the unspeakable brutalities of the apartheid system.
What do you say about that?
Well, I think that's absolute rubbish. I mean, we have a resentment against the whites. That's what this is. Therefore, we burn to death in the most excruciating manner possible fellow blacks.
African logic.
It's not really an attack on the comrades. You probably didn't dare.
And I don't know how to say your name. Cathedral? Sent this in the chat. Says it's so ingrained in their culture that even the children are indoctrinated what necklacing is.
Oh yeah, no, completely. It's see the thing is, they get told, oh yeah, this is normal, this is acceptable behavior because you're mad at something, and you can go have a look what happens here when people get upset. The first thing they fucking do is they burn shit down. That's why we don't have fucking public school. They get upset, so they want clinic. They get upset because a clinic hasn't been built yet, so they'll go down and they'll burn the school, the local school.
And then the clinic will get
and then
built,
they'll be upset.
And then they'll be mad that the school isn't built, so they go and burn down the clinic.
Yeah, this is literally what is happening. It's like a fucking... And there was this one time they were fucking protesting and they started a riot. Well, our protests are fucking riot. The first fucking building that gets hit by this is the liquor store.
Oh, of course. So I actually lived through a riot myself, a race riot in St. Petersburg. So a drug dealer tried to run over a cop, and the cop shot and killed him, and they rioted. And the first place that they burned down and looted was the black-owned Babcock Furniture, which basically worked with, you know, low-income people to get them, you know, to like finance some furniture and TVs and shit, you know, so they could have some sort of semblance of, you know, normal life. They burnt that down. Then they went to the liquor stores. Then they went to the auto stereo stores, and then they started basically they started burning down and looting everything they liked. They didn't really fuck with white businesses. They didn't fuck with, you know, like office buildings. They just burned down places that they wanted to steal from. Basically, they got mad enough, or enough people got together and they realized, oh wait, the white man can't stop us right now. Let's go take everything. That's exactly what the mentality behind it.
No, the white man doesn't give a shit because you're not taking the white man shit. You're stealing fucking sneakers and
exactly.
Grape soda and KFC and shit.
Bro Hologram in the chat said Empire of Dust. Yeah, that is a great documentary. I love the scene where the Chinese guy is just laying into the black guy. He's like, listen, you were left with everything and you destroyed it. You know, in China we didn't have anything and we've had to build it up. You know.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've ever watched that Medica video where he was laying into Carlton Tea because he was giving Rage of the Storm shit for quoting the Daily Stormer. And he was like, well, maybe she should have used a documentary. And then he posted, talked about the Empire of Dust, where...
No, I haven't seen that. If anybody has a clip or a link for that, drop it in the chat and I'll play it.
Actually, if you go to his channel, it's the 4 episodes of this is actually on a playlist for you to watch.
Who? Medicare's channel?
Medicare's.
What's
yeah.
the?
Hold on, I'll get you the.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna play this video.
Don't do they clean this place. My mates they don't even come upstairs. They wait for motor.
By the way,
they motor them.
I'll ask you
They
this,
come
do you
carry
believe in
everything come
alternate
out.
universe?
Wow, that's good. So,
Like
where are you from?
Yeah,
Oh,
from.
sorry.
Yes.
I'm from Edo State.
Edo State.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, what is your name?
My name.
Yes, your name.
My name na Ovuvwe Ugbemugwem Osas.
Pardon? Come again.
Ovuvwe Ugbemugwem Osas.
I mean, what is your name? Your name? Afagi.
Now my name I call for you now.
Call it again.
Ovuvwe Ugbemugwem Osas.
Spell them.
I don't know if you spell them.
That'll be your name. I don't know if you spell them.
Sorry, I was playing the Uvuvwevwe whatever Osas video.
Well, I posted the first one in chat where he was like taking the piss out of Krauten's team. Because I'll say this, I'm still fucking pissed about this. Rage After Storm was a fucking one of those chicks you would put on your I'd smash that list. She was fucking she was smart, she was attractive. I was a subscriber of her. I fucking
It was like
her.
the only non-thought, out there.
Yeah, no, apparently I'm a fucking expert on thoughts. I'll give you the detail on that if you want it. But
well, I dated a stripper named Tequila Rose, and that was her legal name. So I have my own fair share of history with thoughts. And the funny thing is, oh god, that bitch. So I was in far better shape than what I am right now.
Hold on. I think you talked about this on the kill stream at one point about the stripper named Tequila Rose. I'm almost certain I've heard this story about somewhere online. Somebody talking about.
Well, see, all right. Let me just say the story. So I was on my way to court and I was riding my motorcycle. So it was like I was wearing a fucking suit on a nice ass bike. So of course I look. It's probably the best I could look. You know what I mean? And she pulled up, and her mom was driving her to court. So we're sitting at the stoplight, and she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," we start talking, and I'm like, "Hey, just pull over, and I'll give you my number." And the next pullover was actually the courthouse. So we pulled in, and it turned out we were both going to court that day.
Well, that should have been your first red light. No, your first mine, unfortunately, is a lot weirder. I met this girl where it's almost been 10 years ago. And ever since then we've had this fucking weird on and off thing. I talked about this on the post-mortem the other night, where I fucking just flipped the shit out because she's on my Twitter and she made a fucking retarded comment, and I just flipped my shit when they were listening to Uncle Ruckus Peterson talking about thoughts. Well, basically his equivalent of thoughts. And I just flipped my shit out. But this girl actually started off as I would say she was an 8. She was fucking attractive. She had blonde hair. She was, well, by all I believe she was a fucking at that time she modeled, so she looked after herself. She was fucking yeah, I really like
Jake. Jake in chat says "she" in quotation marks.
Oh no! I can confirm. Yeah, she in quotation.
Wait, did you just say you can confirm that?
No. I'm not saying jack shit about that. I'm
just fucking with you, man.
any case, what happened? We had several interests. Like we would fucking listen to metal. We actually made fun of people listening to rap, and this will get relevant later. We would say like people that are into rap are the ones that are missing it or have an extra current or some such shit as that, because well we figured rap was fucking retarded. And as time passed on, basically what happened was we had this fucking like I said, weird on and off thing where sometimes we were together and then sometimes we weren't, we were in different relationships and shit like that. But like I said, I've known her for fucking 10 years, and since then she actually at one point she started dyeing her hair for into these weird funky colors like blue. I'm like, okay, shit, that should have been my fucking first red light. And then I actually she started gaining weight, where she wasn't. Where she wasn't 8, she is literally a fucking.
You're literally watching the transformation into SJW.
And at this point, she's streaming on fucking Twitch, and your chat can tell me if they think this is thought behavior, but she gave her fucking cell phone number to the first guy that donated her a fucking $100.
Well, yeah, that's a stupid thought. Let me. So that girl Tequila that I dated, I guess you could call. I don't know. I didn't date her. We were fucking. That's what it was. She had big tits and looked nice on the back of my bike. She liked being on my bike, and we put our parts together. That was the extent of the relationship. But I moved to where I live now, and I was talking to one of my new friends, and I'm like, I mentioned that bitch, and he's like, no way. Because another one of his friends was, like, madly in love with her, apparently. Because he had lived in that area. And apparently they had, like, smashed and dated, like, around the same time. So I always gave homeboy shit that, like, I cucked him.
You didn't say you were Eskimo brothers.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, and this is something that actually fucking annoys me to no end with this particular girl. She will go on and say, "Oh, I'm not fake. I'm not fake." And honestly, if anybody tells you, I have to tell you, they're not fake. Guess what? The chances are pretty fucking high they are fake. But here's the thing: I actually, like I said, I've known her for a long time. When she started to stream on Twitch, I actually fucking helped her out. Like, I have contacts in the South African gaming community. I'm actually, as your chat can tell, when I want to be, I'm a fairly likable individual. So yeah, there's a lot of people in the South African gaming community that actually like me and shit like this. And I asked like 3 or 4 people, give this girl a shout out, help her build a channel. And she's actually currently now on, I don't know how many fucking followers she has on Twitch. Maybe it's it should be about 100 by now, or somewhere close to it. But
hold on a second. Wayfinder, yeah, I actually have posted that story on 4chan.
And I sucked my fucking neck out for this chick, and what happened was, she fucking when she actually got notice and shit. She was like, oh no, I did all this by myself. I did this. Me. When I said, oh yeah, I help you build, I made a joke and said, I help you build our channel. She's like, no, it's my channel, not our channel, my channel. When I fucking took the piss out of one of her Discord mods, and this stupid fucker actually gave everybody in Discord chat, in her Discord, fucking admin privileges. I deleted it, and I got into a fucking shit fit with this guy, where I literally told him to. And this is the fucker that's actually actively trying to get me fucking thrown in jail, because he's still fucking salty at me, because when he started flinging shit at me, and he's like, oh no, I'm going to come kick your ass. I went onto his Twitter onto his YouTube channel, and guess what? I fucking, from his YouTube channel, I got his email address, which is his full fucking name.
Alright, dude. Alright, dude. Sounds like you're a little obsessed with this. Let's move on.
No, every time I talk about this, I get so fucking pissed off.
Let's move on.
I'll finish off with this. Fuck Twitter, fuck Twitch, fuck Twitch, fuck Twitch esports, fuck them all. I'm done with this. And the only reason I actually came back to this girl is because I had fucking sympathy for her because her mother passed away. I was willing to walk away last year.
I think you
and
should
then she
walk away
fucking
now.
dragged me back in, kicking and screaming.
Here's the. I dropped a link for the next video in the chat.
Yeah,
I just had to rein you back in there a little bit, man.
Oh yeah, no, you totally have to do this.
Yeah, no, I've heard you on the kill stream before. And today, what was it? That Ralph was like, you know, come on, let's move it on. All right, let me know when you hit play.
Yeah, I'm playing now.
This is breaking news with Peter Jennings. Team America has once again pissed off the entire world after blowing up half of Cairo. And now some Hollywood celebrities are lashing out. Alec Baldwin is head of the Film Actors Guild.
The Film Actors Guild believes that what the world needs is compassion, not violence. All that Team America does is create new enemies.
Let me explain to you how this works. You see, the corporations finance Team America. And then Team America goes out, and the corporations sit there in their corporation buildings, and see that they're all corporation-y, and they make money. Last year, I went to Iraq. Before Team America showed up, it was a happy place. They had flowery meadows and rainbow skies and rivers made of chocolate where the children danced and laughed and played with gumdrop smiles.
Willy Wonka.
The actors are calling for an emergency meeting. Already expected to attend are Helen Hunt, George Clooney, Liv Tyler, Martin Sheen, Susan Sarandon, Janine Garofalo, and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
That's my favorite part of this
In the meantime, the world wants to deal with dangerous individuals their own way.
My fellow actors, we live in a dark time. The world is becoming more and more violent, and the idiots in charge are making it worse. What the world needs is an international advisory committee who truly understands global politics, namely us.
The time has come for us to start using our acting talents in a different way.
Yes, we can use our powers to change the world.
We will persuade everyone to drive hybrid cars and stop smoking.
If we focus our acting on global politics, we can change everything and stuff. As actors, it is our responsibility to read the newspapers and then say what we read on television like it's our own opinion. Matt Damon.
Yeah, I'll have to pause the stream and restart OBS, I guess.
If anyone tries to get in our way, we'll show them just how tough us actors really are.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Just hang in there.
Wakanda forever.
You'll be able to